self-deprecate at the breakfast table.
You put that down right now!
We don't live forever, it just has to exist longer than I do. The fucks I give are over there.
Coffee can be weird sometimes.
Okay, well...
I am going to be a nightmare if this continues. Come kill me like a man, you cuckold!
I'm Peach. Hello, Moon. We're both objects. I cast Meat Shield.
I brought a guest. You don't have good ears, and I said,
oh, she's immune. Ha! Fuck you, me. Your mother.
Oh no!
Can hear you.
5?
Oh.
Oh,
I missed that Instagram drop, my friends. Look out.
Hey.
New Instagram just dropped.
Instagram/the6ofnar to get some hot, tasty story.
Guys, welcome in. You're here for Conundrum Company, my friends. That's our Saturday campaign. We've got a button moving around over there. It's perfection. No, we love it. All right. Hey, before we do our show, hello, chat. Before we do our show, we have, as always, a few quick announcements for you, starting with the one and only Parkerbliss.
Hello, I'm here to tell you guys about your schedule. So the December schedule is up on our social medias so that you have access to everything. Our next week, you can join us tomorrow for the Yearbook Club's second episode. If you haven't seen Mysteries of the Mirage Plaza, that was the one shot that inspired us to continue this as a mini-series. It's very, very fun. DM is community DM. It'll be super great. You can see me and Button and some of our friends there. Then next week, we have Off the Rails on Friday, December 10th. And then we're back with Conundrum Company on the 11th. Then after that, just so you guys are aware, we are taking December 12th through the 30th off. Why? Because we deserve it. Take the time to catch up on our other programs. And as we give our cast and crew a wonderful, wonderful, well-deserved break. So, and we'll see you guys back on New Year's Eve. For Off the Rails. On to you, Josh.
New year, new me?
Yeah. If you want.
Off the rails into a new year.
I'm going to dress as Baby New Year. Everybody, huge thank you to our sponsors over at Skull Splitter. You heard nothing. Skull Splitter Dice. Guys, excuse me. Skull Splitter Dice.
That's the sexy one.
I got distracted by my really good
There's
joke.
the sexy one.
Skull Splitter Dice, guys. Not only do they sponsor our programs, like this show right here, but they also sponsor a fantastic giveaway that you can get in on during the break. Exclamation point win during that break will get you entered. Remember that followers get 1 entry, subscribers get 2. Subscribing is not retroactive, so if you're going to do it, subscribe first. And that will get you entered for a drawing at the end of the month for a Skull Mug filled with approximately 100 of Skull Splitter's best dice. In the meantime, click on the link in chat. Go take a look at their fantastic products. We love Skull Splitter. They're very good. Huge shout out to all of our community members and everyone who's helped with our Twiki. That's our Twee Wikipedia. You want to learn about our shows, you want to see character art, you want to do things and stuff that involves reading, you should go to the Twiki. Click on the link in chat. Sean, over to you.
Oh, am I doing both of these? All right.
Sure.
Mod applications. Guys, our mod applications are currently open if you'd like to be one of the fantastic people who help us handle chat every time we go live or help us with the long list of announcements you're currently sifting through. We cannot do the stream without them, and we'd like to make our team even bigger and better with you. Yeah. So if you'd like to sign up, the link should be in chat right now. Go ahead and click on that. Fill out the Google Doc with your Twitch name, the username on Twitch, so we know who we're talking about, and all the information. And we will review those over the next few months, or next month or so, especially with the time we have off coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to do a lot of that then. So get in there so you can, help us make great content and be a part of our community that helps us keep everything level. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at
I'll
you.
thank you. I promise I'll thank you at the end of every stream I'm on.
It's true.
Also, our charity of the month is the Make-A-Wish Foundation, a fantastic organization that's been helping children battle critical illness across the United States and I believe even the world. If you'd like to donate to them, the link below our stream for December has been changed to the big donate one has been changed to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Click right on there, and it'll take you exactly where you need to go to help out any of those very well-deserving children, especially during this month of giving. We very much appreciate any help you can give their way. Thank you, guys.
Woo! Well, any
think
other,
over that.
any other announcements we've got? Anybody else want to say anything?
Well, we do love you.
We do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Hi.
Yeah.
I love you.
We do that.
Hey,
Yeah, that's a good positive message. Guys, okay.
dude.
Do we want to play some D&D? Is that what we want to do? Is it time?
Yeah.
I'm
here.
actually here to talk about your car's extended warranty.
Go on.
Not
Tell me
again.
about my car's extended warranty.
Mhm.
Now, this truck that you keep mentioning,
Yeah.
That is
your
true.
Ranger,
You
as
do.
it were,
Yeah.
You do.
Driss, I have down here on this form.
That is all accurate. Okay.
He's sick. And
How
he
sick?
needs to go. Oh, it's bad. And he needs to go to a
I didn't know cars
hospital
got
to be
sick.
fixed.
A
Yeah,
car
they
hospital?
did. Well, that's a good thing I'm here.
Have you seen
So-
the movie Cars?
Yeah, life is a highway, and sometimes they die.
Guys, maybe we should.
I yield the rest of my time to the court.
Guys, let me just say, if you've never seen the wonderful movie of Cars, is the plot line of it now. Life is a highway, and sometimes you die.
You can ignore planes. That wasn't worth it.
Oh, Jingle, push the plate.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Shall we play
Looks
some
like a
Dungeons and
road to
Dragons?
travel on.
Oh, yeah.
One day here,
Yeah,
the next
Button's
day
ready to
gone.
play D&D.
Yes.
And I just
Again,
need one
please.
person. Here we go. Oh, no.
Dear God.
Oh, man.
We rejoin our heroes just outside the sprawling catacombs of Neil Dra. Having spent the night amongst the Yazgi Den, the party had been brought up to speed by Demi and Zahl. Sipping coffee by the fire in the cold morning, they had learnt of Mavenon's alert regarding strange figures watching from the Ethereal Plane. The party had said farewell to Sunshine's family and teleported to Neil Dra. Arriving without incident, the party immediately began to move towards the catacombs. Upon reaching the ancient structure, the party were greeted warmly by their old friend Mavenon and quickly went about updating the wizened tiefling. Wizened, not wizard. They requested he look into the location of Neril and asked what he knew of Salvator's recent encounter with Weejas. Eventually, the party turned to the matter at hand, coming up with a couple of plans regarding the Brotherhood presence on the Ethereal Plane. They reached out via sending to Scarab and attempted to use the strange journal belonging to the eel, though these efforts were mostly fruitless. Planning complete, the party threw that out the window and Salvator went outside to yell at their enemies. Sunshine, Demi, and Zahl took up defensive positions just inside the catacomb entry as the Dragonborn addressed their enemy, whom he had managed to spot using the powerful robes he wore. The figure disappeared for a moment, only to return with a strange floating fetal creature. How's that for... yeah. The two spoke at a
Very
distance.
good.
that began to
Alliteration.
Alliteration.
That's the word. I could say... Yeah, wow.
Alliteration.
The two spoke at a distance, then began to summon several wraiths who vanished into other buildings surrounding the catacombs. The strange floating figure began to leave, and Salvator took chase, Sunshine summoning an echo to cover him from the air. Screams began to ring out from the homes, and Demi and Zahl jumped out to engage with the creatures who were clearly attacking civilians. The strange floating figure on the ethereal plane seemed to be heading eastwards, out of the city, not eastwards, westwards, out of the city, and as it got further away, Salvator broke his pursuit to return to the group. As Demi and Zahl moved into the home, Salvator began to head, I already said that, under the watchful eye of Sunshine. Chaos broke out as Demi stumbled across a body, and a wraith emerged attacking her. She and Zahl were quickly surrounded by these creatures. Back in the plaza, a strange figure with ghostly blue transparent appendages similar to those seen on Scarab jumped Salvator. Combat overtook the square as the group fought tooth and nail against the agents of Nox, eventually turning the tide and slaying their enemies. The party now stands in the open square before the catacombs with Mavenon, recently arrived. A hushed silence has fallen over the entire district as the old cleric begins to try and heal those he can. It is Sunday, the 2nd of Sunseb 591 CF, and the day, my friends, is yours.
Oh, Sunshine is going to hand Salvatore 2 health potions. I don't know if these are helpful, but you should have them.
I'll just cradle them for now.
Okay. I'll take them out of my inventory. Do
I
you
did
see
what I
anything
could.
by the doors? Anything
Do I?
ethereal?
Do I see anything ethereal in the vicinity, Joshua?
Sorry, I was reading chat.
Oh,
Full
my God.
disclosure! I'm
You know how I can
so
tell is because
sorry.
he was doing this.
I was looking
Yep.
at the ceiling.
Looking
Could you
at the
imagine if there
ceiling.
wasn't a screen up here and you guys were talking and I was just like,
Oh, D&D.
please, both of you share again one more time for me, as you have my full and complete attention now. I am sorry.
I forgot.
Perception
Are there-
check on the doors.
Are there ethereal things by the door?
And you ask Salvatore to check that?
Yeah.
Salvatore, make your advantage perception check for me, aye boy.
Oh. Button Y. No,
Sorry.
you're good. Advantage.
Also, you can.
This is an eye check.
What were you gonna say, Button?
Just make sure to add 2 healing potions to your inventory.
Ah, yes. Regular level, 2d4 plus 2.
Yes, I think.
All the ones
18.
we bought, I think, have been, yes.
18.
Yes.
As you are purveying the facade of the catacombs, you do not see anything on the ethereal plane encroaching upon that space, nor on the prime material plane, those of you who are staring at it on the prime material plane. With an 18, Salvatore, what you do see is, as the sounds of combat has hushed and Mavinon has hurried out, you see like a shutter open, and there's like a squeak and a close as you see that there are individuals who are living in these homes who went to ground as the combat broke out and the strange, terrifying man started screaming. And
Who's
you are
that?
currently standing in
see
the
them.
open in your lich form in front of the catacombs.
Oh, well. But they look like they're taking shelter inside.
They are hiding from what is going on.
That's smart. Raids can't go through doors. Okay.
Just floors.
I will relay all that information to
Jesus.
everyone.
Perfect. Shall
Rewind
we
the
return?
last episode.
Did you say
Do you want to go back to Telvisor?
What was that?
people harmed other than yourselves?
Yeah,
don't know.
someone's dead.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what? No.
Oh, I apologize. I was busy not dying. There's a body in that house.
Oh,
Give me a
shit.
moment.
I missed that.
And he
Oh,
looks down
also,
in that direction.
Salvatore. You kind of.
It's a weird greeting.
Nope, I'm saying you are looking undead currently in the
yep,
middle
hold
of a
on.
town of people.
Most unfortunate sound.
I'm normal now.
Well,
You're still not blinking, so it's not that normal.
What? What do you mean? Is it still a problem? There we go. This is taking a
okay.
lot of effort. I'm very injured.
I'm gonna follow Mavinon into the house.
Okay.
And show him.
You easily keep up with him. He's not a very spry
Spry?
individual. He is moving at the best pace he can because this is time sensitive.
He's just shuffling like, someone died. Oh no. I should hurry.
last episode, we were trying to run to the battle, just the clink, clink, clink. It's like just old man shuffling, running.
But you do see him as he goes into the house. Where?
Up the stairs
Thank
to
you.
the left.
And he walks up and goes into the room that you indicate. And you said the left?
I think so. Yeah,
He
it's
turns
that
around and goes into
bedroom.
the right room. Where the
What?
body is. I'm just teasing
What?
you, Parker. You
I was like-
no, it was in the right
I was
room.
like, huh? I was like, I don't know. It's been a goddamn week, Josh. Let me have a moment.
I'm just fucking with you.
Let me have a
I'm
moment.
feisty, guys. Okay.
Fight me.
Spicy.
Fight me.
Hot.
Was this the only wound that you found?
Yes.
I see. Very good. Give me a moment. And you will see him kind of lean down. This person has, given the time of the combat, likely expired beyond your standard healing magic, but he does begin to mutter some sort of incantation and begin to cast a spell. And this body, which is not breathing or showing any signs of life, after a moment, you see the blade wound across the throat, very similar to the one that Zahl suffered months ago on the river barge, begins to knit together, even before the breathing begins. And then there's a... as the figure seems to remain unconscious, but does begin to breathe once again. Right. I'll get some members of Tath to care for them. We best get back inside, given the severity of this situation, yes?
Yes.
Thank you, Demi. You gotta
Demi's
slow.
fully trying to figure out how long it's been, and it's like, that's way too long. Why is... Huh?
30.
5:30. What?
Okay, kind of steps. All right. And what are you guys in the square doing?
I'd like to guard the entrance to the catacombs.
Okay, perfect. Roll perception checks for me, obviously, because you're keeping an eagle eye out.
22.
22. So what you recall, Sunshine, as you kind of begin to walk over and set up your guard, is that the three center doors, the catacombs is this massive long facade of a temple structure built into the cliff, and there are doors, multiple doors running the length of it, about 7 or so. The outside ones are still closed, as you checked last time when you fortified. The 3 in the middle still remain open, and you don't see any sign of the others having been opened with that 22. But you take up station in front of the other 3, and able to keep an eye on the other ones within range as you're standing there.
I was gonna cover Salvator because I know Salvator's kind of got, mollyrocked last time. So
Just kind of keep an eye on him.
Yeah, keep an eye on him, and also head on a swivel, just looking for little things to see, because I can't see the ethereal plane, but Zahl's boy howdy thinks he can. He thinks that's how it works. He doesn't get how it works.
He focuses really hard.
Yes, you've got to believe, Zahl.
I don't know what I'm supposed to believe. That doesn't make any sense.
Just believe.
Believe what?
That you can do it.
Do what? I can see right now, but
Well, then you're doing it. Very good. I'm so proud of you. Are there anything on the ethereal plane?
Roll. So you already did your roll to check. That was an 18.
Yeah. Okay. Keep that.
So as you are glancing around on the ethereal plane, it's gone completely silent. You are not currently seeing anything on it. But it has only been, honestly, a few minutes since you began to pursue that other figure heading westwards. As you glance around, Sunshine, Zahl, and Salvator kind of in this silence still holding over this square, the overcast sky kind of covering completely this gray smear up over the horizon, and a single kind of drop of snowflake wafts past you, Salvator, and then another one as it does begin to lightly snow around you.
In the span of minutes, or
in the span
an hour?
It's the span of minutes. This is not happening like instantaneously, but it's also you're
not
standing around
spell
for hours.
wise. It's not like someone's conjuring something in the area.
Make a nature check.
And
anyone else who's
I was going to ask the same thing. If this
I love
feels
outside.
weird.
I'm in a building.
You are in a building
Holy
helping
shit.
old man Mavanon.
I just didn't want him to get shanked or something.
I hate the nature's int. 13.
You can use
It's
wisdom.
important.
17.
Better.
11.
23.
23.
Oh.
I love
Button
snow.
and Salvator, easy enough to tell. This is natural snow that appears to be occurring. You're not seeing any arcane sources. Zahl, fucking hate it's snow. It's cold.
I fucking hate the snow. It's cold. You said it. You said it's
Aren't
cold.
you wearing your armor of AC?
Yeah, but it's like snow's pretty for 5 seconds, and then it just becomes weird slush, and it sucks.
I
Zahl and
love
Josh have the same perspective on stuff.
Are we walking out of the door now?
Adam, Josh, and Zahl have the same perspective.
Yeah, you do come out of the door and see kind of Zahl covering Salvator casting his gaze around, and then Sunshine a little closer to the doors casting their gaze around, keeping their heads on a swivel.
Demi fully looks up. Oh, snow! How nice!
Oh, delightful. Right,
Yes.
let us get back inside.
Can you
Right.
talk to Talvasaur and like see how he's doing? Or was
No.
that like a okay?
Not like twins.
I couldn't talk to Ashi, and we are like twins, so
Yes, you
Very
can.
inside.
damn it. And so it's just like what starts walking away.
Holy shit buckets.
That is a thing.
That is a thing.
It is accurate. So you make your way back
Damn it.
into the catacombs, correct?
Mhm.
As you proceed downwards, you are immediately greeted by the ever-changing passageway structure of the catacombs themselves, before being led back down into that meeting room. Well, here's my question for you. Are you asking to check on the throne, or are you asking to head to the meeting room where you left Talsafor?
Talsafor was in the room with the chair.
Those were you guys. Oh, did you? So
No, we left him in the room with the chair. I said specifically, you do not move from this chair.
those were two different rooms. The room you guys met in did not have the chair in it.
Oh.
I thought
Okay.
that we'd asked Mavanon and Talsivor to go to that space.
Yes.
Okay, so they were. Then
sorry.
we're going to
Yeah.
that space.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Talsivor was
Thank you,
standing
sorry.
next to the chair.
Just
That's-
making sure.
No,
So
you're good.
we moved Talsivor. Oh, I don't know. It's been a week.
We left
guys.
our end.
Uh,
It has been a second.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks because we
I know.
had
Wow.
Q&A.
It has
Oh.
been a while. So
Been a while.
you're right. You met in the room, but then you sent Talsivor and Mavanon to the other room. So you're returning to the room with the chair. Okay. So this time you do break off to the right as these hallways form around you, leading back down into that dark stone bedrock that makes up the catacombs. Eventually walking into this much wider chamber that has a few chambers leading off of it, at which the center of sits that obsidian throne. And Talsivor just kind of standing there, not touching, but looking curiously, I'd assume, Sean, at the throne, given that he
I
was-
think when he hears the walls appear, he just sort of like pretends he wasn't investigating it.
Perfect.
Like,
Have him
pulls
roll
back,
deception for me.
Ooh, these stone walls are nice. Deception, you say?
Yeah.
With his big meaty +2,
Yeah.
Ooh.
a natural 20.
Oh.
He's convinced you, Salvatore.
I'm so mad I told him to investigate that chair.
Okay.
Ooh,
But the throne does appear to be sitting there in the room.
nice. Appear to be. I touch it.
You touch it? Okay. You know that people have been able to touch the surface of this chair without immediately being killed or turned to obsidian, as was the individual sat in it. As you touch it, it is a physical form.
I don't get like another cool arm.
No.
Yeah, the other one.
All right. All right.
It actually takes your your arm from you. It's like, oh, mine.
One arm is a map, the other arm is a weird chair hand now.
A weird chair.
I'm the
That's
bad guy from
nightmare
the first
fuel.
Hulk movie.
Oh, you mean
We're
the
halfway into
knockoff
Beauty
of
and the Beast.
Absorbing Man?
Yeah. The one where he's like
Knockoff
touching
of-
the desk and he's like, oh shit.
Oh, I got a desk hand. Oops.
Good. It's right where we left it.
Yes. Excellent.
We're the best at defending anything.
Oh, Sunshine, don't sit in that. It's really
Right.
bad.
You did tell me that on the ship when
The
you
big bad evil
right.
chair.
took us into the hull.
Yeah, you can.
BBC.
Apparently, you can become like an obsidian person and then explode. It's kind of weird.
That happens to everyone.
We don't know.
We've
Well-
only known one person to sit in it.
Oh, don't.
We
No,
didn't know
you're
them.
giving him ideas.
I think he already had the idea.
You're reaffirming his idea.
That's
No, there are a few things on my list before that gets to the top of it.
Okay.
What are the other things on your list?
Don't ask
I think he has a
that.
map to all
I
of
want
them.
to know about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it because I feel like at least one of
Well,
them
that'll
involves
just
some
put more
dumb
stress on
thing
your
I-
plate. It's not my
All
fault.
right. Well,
Okay,
to the
he's
matter
doing
at
the
hand.
thing.
What are we? How do we feel about what just happened?
What
Right.
happened
I
out
imagine that was a test run.
Salvatore yelled
I did.
incorrect time at
Very
people,
impressive. Scared them
And-
right off.
Interesting choice.
and
That was
Listen.
effective.
Well,
I forgot what time
Get you a
wanted
line
me
in
to
the
yell.
snow.
Noon.
you'd be surprised how
I know.
aggravating or prone to violence people become when Salvatore begins yelling at them.
That's not surprising at all, honestly.
Oh, yes. Well, I
know.
tried. I tried.
Sorry. I don't know why Mavinon is sassy today, but he is.
That makes sense.
Because Josh is.
I've not dealt with Salvatore for a while, so
Yes. I see.
So what exactly happened as far as you could see, Salvatore?
Well, there was a large mass of floating legs and arms and a head.
What?
Looked like a big baby
I'm sorry.
on the ethereal plane with some other individuals cloaked and masked. You know how the Brotherhood is with
Did the mass look anything like the things on the ships?
What? You'll have to be more specific when mentioning
The-
ships.
The
the ooze stuff.
oh, that's fair. The ship that had the evil goo
The one that
that was
Possibly.
sort of a thing of massive
Josh,
legs and things.
Is that connection at all
You're talking
possible?
about the creature that you were fighting, or
Yeah,
you're
the little
talking-
floating.
The one we went through the trapdoor.
Does it look like the things that are attached to the hulls of ships?
It did not actually look
Okay.
akin to that. And you see Mavinon kind of contemplating as you are discussing this creature and describing it. And he says,
Yes.
I believe I've heard of one of these.
A big floating baby.
It is
that
hard to
common?
tell, but it rings what you're describing true to an atropal.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Deities dabble in life often, correct? Creating various entities, existences.
I look over at Telsavor.
Oh my fucking god, I hate you.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
An atropal is when that is unfinished or failed. It is halfway to living.
Are they bad?
Tends to depend upon the deity that manifested them.
I'm going to guess based on its company.
Also,
Bad.
this
Estimation.
is a problem that a deity made that.
Right, there are certain deities that are supposed to make life, right? So, right?
Can't all of them?
There are few spinning life out on the prime material plane. That is no longer, unless I'm unaware of it. But deities work in suspicious ways, strange ways.
But I think the thing that I'm bringing up is that means that there's a deity possibly working with the Brotherhood, because like, why would that thing want to not? Why would it attack us? You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't Nox described as more or less deific?
Yes.
But didn't Nox fail at reaching?
That's exactly what an atropol, you said?
Yes.
You just described to be?
So,
So that was Nox then.
Could
do you
have
think
been.
Nox tried to make like a vessel? Do gods make vessels for themselves, like on the...
That would be more
Prime
akin to an
material?
avatar. An atropal
Ah.
would be if... Do any of you worship a god?
Nope.
No!
It's confusing.
Yes.
Sunshine.
Our ass...
I believe
No,
you...
no, it's confusing. Yes.
Sunshine, you worship Serdware, you said, yes?
I do.
Imagine Serdware elected to create a sentient race of beings to serve it in some way, shape, or form. That is how many creatures came to exist here to begin with, yes?
Mm-hmm.
An atropol is when a god fails in that process, not creating a body for itself, but attempting to create life anew.
Denizens Yes. Rather than an avatar.
Yes, that is
So there
correct.
could be multiple strange disformed masses.
Babies.
There are
Do you
certainly others in
imagine-
history. I'm sorry, Sunshine.
Sorry. Do you imagine he attempted to populate the halls of Nox?
I cannot speculate on that one, I fear. It's
Would taking
possible.
pre-existing souls make that easier or harder?
This is maybe a little out of my pay grade, I fear. I
It's
do
definitely
not...
out of
Yours
ours.
is much higher than
Yes,
ours.
You get paid
Wait,
for
are we
this?
getting paid for this?
That's awesome. I've been wondering this whole time.
It's
where
like a
my-
sort
where
of-
our money.
interstellar internship. You get paid in experience.
The pyramid scheme.
Oh no.
I've heard about this before.
pyramid
Religions are
scheme
all
of
pyramid
religion.
schemes.
Yes.
Kind of clutches his whole
No
thing.
offense, Sunshine.
I've met your deities.
My
We
god
just tried to
doesn't
get me to
seem to
sign
be
up for a
interested
program.
in doing that.
No, that is very much not their MO. They have enough to manage with the existing races, I think.
So I know we spent a lot of time trying to figure out a plan and then threw the plan out the window, but what is the plan? Because
I think
that was
No.
not that many people, and it was still almost very bad.
Where was that floating
Work?
creature going?
West.
Outside the city.
Westwards.
West of the city.
What's
in that
to the
direction?
west?
Open fields.
Yes, but what's beneath those open fields?
The
Okay.
catacombs for a ways, and then
Well,
farmlands.
shit.
Oh,
Wait.
no.
For how far
let's-
away?
Not a terrible distance.
But what's like really far west? Like what's? Can we look at a map and possibly figure out like what is truthfully west of?
Well, of
You know what I'm saying?
course, Master Zahl.
Pioneering, my old friend.
Let me just open roll 20.
I'm kind of good at it apparently. I figured out how to get pieces of this. And I put it the Arsa's Acre.
West of the
And a
What is
compass.
that?
Oh, it's my mom's spear and a spear of an angel. It's all
Right,
thing.
because you're the child of a god. Right.
I'm the child of an Archon who adopted me because my mom is actually the queen of the Yuan-Ti, making me the prince of the Yuan-Ti, and my familiar is the soul of my dead twin brother. Thank you very much.
My sincerest
He's-
apologies for
But
this.
you
He's
can
still
call him
processing,
Zahl.
I think.
But you can call me Zahl.
He's processing.
God, my life is complicated, and I keep realizing that even more each day.
I'll stay blissfully
All
unaware.
right.
Fine.
There it is.
Mhm.
Cry
The
for
west of Neil Draw is open plains for a lengthy days and days.
Making a break for the good hills.
Oh god, can you imagine?
Oh my god. Good hills.
It's always been the good hills.
These hills are
We
We
better.
thought it was going to be the Dreadmark.
You thought it was the Dreadmarsh, it was the good hills.
It was the
entire
good
time.
hills the whole time.
It might be worth investigating.
Oh.
Although,
Let's go find us a baby.
Is it,
I
Can
don't
we
know if
call
I
it
want to
something
leave
else?
this place.
How
The
Evil
Atropol.
baby.
what was that, Sunshine? I'm sorry.
I don't know if I want to leave this place. If that was their test run, seeing how strong your defenses are, and
I will say though,
we weren't the most organized group
we
ever.
do you
provoked
mean?
them, and also they didn't get in. So I wonder if they still can't get in. Do you know what I mean? We fought in the
about
square.
this?
Did.
We
There's one.
take the night to rest,
Yes.
and I take out my sending stone and I hand it to Salvator.
Oh,
And we'll leave him to watch the chair.
and then we can get back here.
We can leave.
We need.
And if we
If
have
anything
to go back-
happens, yell into that rock. We'll show up when we can.
I'll stay with Talsavor, yes.
Oh yes.
can
you
if you
would
like.
expect-
He's great company.
Now, I suppose my question would be, are you going in that direction on this plane or the prime material?
Wait, what?
What?
Excuse me, the
This
ethereal or
plane.
the prime material?
I got
Oh.
scared. I was like, what?
Where are we?
I was like, what?
That's Josh getting things backwards.
Oh, you're good, bud. You're
I'm
fine.
old! Where am I?
Hi, Rob.
I assume this one.
Very well, then yes, I can stay behind with your...
But do we think it would be useful to be on the ethereal plane? Is that... I mean, if the baby is... I hate that. If the baby is on the ethereal plane and only Salvator can see him, should we not be on the ethereal plane?
Oh, I have an idea.
It might be safer here if you could
Oh,
look
here we
directly
go.
into it, that's correct.
Yes.
Give me like an hour to recharge everything. If we could jump to the ethereal plane, I might be able to figure out where Scarab is.
Oh?
Remember my whole like sight thing? Because it felt weird the other night because I was sitting there and I was like, why can't I see him? Why can't I? And then it hit me. Maybe he's not on this plane of existence. Maybe he's like on a parallel plane of existence, which would be...
Feywild.
I think he was talking about the
Say
hold
ethereal
on.
Faerun.
This is like...
Feywild.
Oh!
This is like the one time I
Another
feel like I have a
universe.
good theory.
That's fair. I think we should probably plan to be on the ethereal plane either way, because otherwise, what are we going to do except have Salvator tell us, oh, there he is, and then what are we doing?
Is he a threat on the... If he stays on the ethereal plane, though, he isn't necessarily a threat to the throne, whereas if he returns to the prime material and we cannot follow, then he is a bigger problem and we are useless.
That is a fair problem, or a fair point, Sunshine. You're safer if you stay here.
And the throne is safer if we stay here, I think.
We
I
can't
mean-
stay here.
I mean on the
forever.
plane when I say stay here, sorry.
So we stay on the prime material plane and we
Head west.
walk towards...
We're going to walk?
No,
we could
but
fly if you wanted.
I don't think there's anything we can do currently.
Well,
Right.
like your
Let's be
companion
honest.
suggested, wait the night.
Yes.
the
You
night.
look quite badly hurt.
Thank you.
Yes.
Perfectly fine.
I
It was a
got
great
stabbed.
plan, really. It was very good, I think.
Well, you got a lead.
We did.
All right, so we spend the night here, if that's fine, and then we head west.
Splendid.
Excellent.
And Talsivore screams and lets us know if something bad happens.
Do we want? Wait, are we going? So we're just going west, but we don't have any type of like an idea of a direction other than west.
But
Not to be
Salvatore
that-
saw where the creature was headed, correct?
Yes.
That would be your bearing, I suppose. It is a bit of a crapshoot.
It's about as much of a plan as we've ever had.
We
So-
could stay here and protect the throne until they try again.
Yes. I
Or we
suppose it
could go-
depends on if we want to wait.
We could go handle our own stuff. We have Salvatore here, or Talbasor here, as a warning. We could pop in here at any point. We just need like a piece of this place. And we could
Well, we have a
instantly appear.
teleportation circle here.
Teleportation won't work into this structure. Just
No,
You
I
can get
meant
outside
like
the door, though.
Outside
to the
the door,
door.
for
That's
sure.
what I meant. To like the door, because if we pop in, ding dong, hey, something bad's happening. Teleport right to the door. We run.
Yeah.
of course.
Okay. I don't see any problem with that. Talbasor giving us the heads up.
But then we could just do the things that we needed to handle in the first place.
What things?
I mean, Sunshine, we still have to, I don't want to air your...
What?
What?
What do you mean, what?
I
This is-
appreciate you, Zahl.
Thank you for like, at least getting it.
You're
Like,
making it
Sunshine...
sound much worse.
Yes.
No, Sunshine has the... Sunshine, you understand what I'm saying, correct?
I don't mind talking about it. I just don't know.
Okay, I don't...
We're waiting
I can leave.
until
Actually, no, I
No,
can
it's
stay.
No, it's fine. It's
I'll
alright.
leave. Actually, I won't. But I just know your whole thing with the echoes and the different U's and handling that. Maybe we should take some time and do that. Also, Demi, we need to organize a fleet for the delivery to the Yuan-Ti.
Oh, my
correct?
mother's doing that.
Right.
I've called and delegated that. My mother enjoys that thing.
Oh, cool. But I figured that maybe we should take care of that, or at least help Sunshine with that. And like, also there's like apparently a mountain that will catch you. Is that I don't really understand it, Sunshine. I'm really trying, but like,
I'm not going to
very-
pretend I understood it. We don't have to go to the Pomarge. There are bigger things to worry about. There is Nerul, who we need to get that scroll to.
We need to find.
we do really need to find.
West is away from conflict?
Yes.
Well, if they're souls or I don't know, discarded versions of souls, it would make sense they wouldn't want to go near where Nerul is because collector of souls.
Reap the souls? I don't know.
Reap their souls back. We could go do some research on our new term.
Atropal?
Atropal. Can we just call them like poles?
Atrophy.
Like A-poles or something?
We just call the baby Pole.
Like A-pole?
I will
What
go.
about Etty?
No, okay.
That's cute.
We should sleep,
Oh no, we've named it.
I suppose. Don't name it.
You've named it.
Oh, it'll be so much harder to kill it now.
No, it won't.
I don't know.
Don't act as though it will be.
Ooh.
We
I mean,
can-
we are here.
Hmm?
We could go see an old friend.
Hmm?
You know, lives in an alleyway.
We do have actual
Oh,
friends
Shrek.
here. I was very confused on who you meant.
We do have old friends here. We
Yeah.
could go see
Yes.
what's
we could
available.
go see what he has. We do have money while we're here. Possible.
All right. Then what are we doing after that? Are we
That-
going west on this plane?
I do feel like we should at least try. If we're going to leave to head in any direction, it might be a good idea to explore that.
Okay.
Do you think that we can catch up to it if we give it a day's head start?
I don't know if we're
That's-
even looking to catch up to it. I'm curious if we'll find what it's doing. Or what it's doing on the way.
I
But
don't
if
think
we
we'll be
don't
able
want
to
to
see
do
it if
this-
we try to catch up to it. We might miss it. We can't necessarily rely on sight. We're looking at a very small window to find this thing in.
I will leave you all to have this conversation. I'm going to arrange for bedding arrangements in this room for you. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Sure.
That's fine. Thank you.
Kind of steps away, leaves you to it.
I just worry that if we are to head west, we're not going to find anything. We're going to keep traveling and looking. It's essentially, you know, the term a needle in a haystack.
Yes. Well,
We know-
eventually we have to get to Eos anyway.
That's true.
This is just how we'd like to utilize our time before that. So if
No,
we'd
that's
like to head
valid.
west, or if we'd like to teleport other places, heaven forbid.
Sorry, that was very funny. That was very good. No, that's valid. I simply don't. The thing that I'm trying to say is that I feel like we're running after a needle, and we already have a time crunch to the fact that we have to at least go to Eos at some point, because that's
All right.
soon. And I feel like we need at least more information on where they would be gathering to the west of here.
Well, then if we don't want to go west, we could always just take the information that we just found out and go about what we were going to do with the weeks before Eos anyway. So, I imagine we talked about seeing Zendros at one point. Other things like that. I have no particular tie any direction we go. I will
We could also put on
defer
old
to the
friends
group.
try to get them to help us in looking west. You know what I mean?
Well,
Everyone pick one thing. Everyone, when I call your name, say what you would like to do.
oh my god.
Zahl.
Why would I go first? I'm the most undecisive of this group.
Indecisive.
There we go. Already got it wrong.
No.
What do I want to do? Honestly, I think we need rest and just time to figure out where to go. So maybe go home.
Go home. All right. Demi?
If I have to pick, I think
You
it's
do?
Yes, well, Salvator, thank you. I believe that I would say I think we should continue investigating what we were before, given the new information. I think we should go talk to Zendros before we go to EU's.
All right. Sunshine?
As much as I appreciate what Zahl said about discovering more of my memories, and that is something I would like to do before EU's, I think what takes precedence here is protecting this throne, given that we know that the Brotherhood is watching it, and they have just brought forces here that we don't quite understand. And I know that waiting is the worst. I'm not a fan, but I think this is important.
So you would like to stay here?
I think it would be wise to stay here.
All right.
What do you want to do, Salvator?
I don't have any strong feelings.
Yes,
one way or
that's what
another.
I thought.
Here's the plan. Me and Sunshine will stay here because I can see these individuals and keep an eye out. And they are much better at fighting.
Mhm.
So we can watch over the throne. You can go talk to Zendros and do more research if you'd like to. Over the next few days or however
You
long
want
that
us
might
to
take.
Split up?
Last time we did this,
It wasn't good.
we lost.
The last
our
time
horses.
Zahl and I were by ourselves, it was not
It
a
wasn't
good thing, and it wasn't our fault.
Well,
When
then
was
let-
this?
don't make this one your fault.
Sunshine has no context for what that.
We can pop home,
We can do that.
talk to Zendros.
We could
quick.
handle that in a day. So
Yeah.
if you're fine with that, then I say we rest here for the night, and then Zahl and I can go home for a short
Should
while.
watch out.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right, so you guys attempt to bed in for the evening, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mavinon does acquire some
Prep new
like
spell.
sort of cots that he brings down to put into this room because he assumes you want to sleep next to the throne to protect it. He brings down some food and so on and so forth. There are also some Order of the Unmarked individuals, Tath, clerics and paladins in the space as well to help protect. But he eventually equips you guys and says, I will look into Nerul for you all while you are going about your business. That is what you asked, correct?
Thank you.
Of course. I'll leave you all here. It's in good hands. But I will head over and attend to some other matters. All right?
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Good. And he leaves you all there. Again, there are guards in this space. There's not a lot of privacy where you've chosen to take it. Beyond that, it is a completely sealed room, but guards do come through into the space, so on and so forth. But you guys bed down for the night, is that correct? Anything else you want to achieve? You still have the kind of the evening. You have time, even if you're staying here, you do have leisure time and free time.
We can shop.
Mhm.
You guys want to?
Do we have
We
anything
can
in Neil
shop.
We have Shriek, we have the bakery, we have that weird ghost store,
I've
That
never been to the
Humphrey
bakery.
Table.
Yeah, as long as everybody doesn't mind the fact that
Tabor.
we're pretty.
Tabor.
Humphrey Tabor at the Mortar and
He's
Pestle.
I don't remember.
What is it called?
I did a dumb, and I thought that we were taking the rest, so I prepped a new spell, and I don't remember what the old one is.
It's okay.
But I'll just not use it if things happen.
You're okay. I trust you. Siphons and Souls is where the ghost of Humphrey Tabor lives.
Good.
There
And then
is
there's the
Nani's Curious
tower.
Pastries, and then Shek's Secret Shack.
Wasn't there also a tower of a guy who only had like one magic item ever?
There is the discount magic place called the Invisible Key.
Ah, yes.
That's-
So we have those
yes.
4 places to look in on if we'd like to.
If we'd like to, we do have money. That does not mean we should spend it, but we do have it. If we'd like to.
Well, if you don't want to spend it, go to Shrieks.
We can
I
go
have a
see
lot of new
Shek.
secrets.
We can go see Shek. That is fair. Would we like to go see Shek?
I kind of would.
Shek.
A problem.
Oh,
Let's
I
go.
love those.
And a solution.
Also that. Maybe.
I need.
Best.
We're alone in the room, right? Or is there other people in there?
There are guards in this space.
And there's Talsavor.
I think Zahl would
Head guard
lean
Talsavor,
over.
as I'm going to call him now.
Zahl would lean over to Sunshine and be like, and technically, Shek kind of works for Mordenkainen now.
Oh,
It's weird.
interesting. A circle ally.
Might not be true.
We don't know. But
Do I remember how to get there?
Here it is.
So that afternoon,
Yeah, I was
you're
gonna
heading
say,
across the riverfront or over to the riverfront district. You make your way through kind of the more, it's a little bit kind of rougher part of the town, not by any means terrible, but kind of chaotic and busy. A lot of folks kind of, you see individuals milling about that are a little rough for wear. You navigate down the series of alleys until you reach that very, very tiny, narrow store. That you know to be Shek's Secret Shack, marked with scrawling on the front of it. As you make your way inside, you do find the Nothic is still sitting there. This single massive eye taking up this hunched figure with these long claws and these frilled spikes sitting or kind of protruding from the back of his neck and head and torso. He's sitting up on this bench and running the length of this store all the way up. Up to the bench are these vials with little labels that run the entire length.
Sunshine would like to look at all the vials. Can I?
Okay.
Every single one.
Are you looking? Are you looking for a specific thing? Or are you just kind of glancing at them as you go?
Do they? Is it easy enough to see that there are names on them?
Yes, but there's like thousands of them. So
Just
if you
familiar names. They're not going to pour over every single one.
So investigation if you're looking for a target, specific target.
No, it's a 6.
Unfortunately, as you look, you see lots of names and dates, but none of them line
I'm
up.
pointedly
with
looking for Salvatore's.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Zahl's was set in front of all of you.
That is a... Where are you? Oh, it's a 16. Okay. Sorry. 16 plus 7. 23.
A 23. Even with that, there is no Salvator vials showing up.
Nice.
What?
I want to know where that secret is, but cool.
It wasn't real.
We imagined the whole thing.
Hi, Shek.
Hello.
No, not again.
Welcome.
There.
You have
Hello.
secrets. Hello. Secrets for Shek.
You have products for us?
You have inventory for us.
Like he kind of awkwardly reaches out with one like kind of long spindly finger, kind of
Shake it.
rests it.
Oh.
Is not sure what to do with that, and kind of like flops his hand a little bit. And says,
He seems as versed to touch as you are.
I was just being polite.
I know you were.
secrets have changed.
I don't know what you're talking about, Shek.
And just one massive eyelid closes
You don't
and
blink.
opens, and you see him kind of lick his lips as he salivates a little bit.
What do you have?
Yes. Trades you wish for Shek.
I just lean over to Sunshine and say, oh yes, everything in here is probably cursed anyways. Yes, we'd like to trade for your magical secrets.
Yes. Good. Shek will go. Be good.
What is that?
So
mean?
with-
And he
was
kind of bends backwards
chilling.
off his chair and kind of flops over his hands, does this
Why are
awkward
we here?
cartwheel, and begins to
Beefcake.
flubber.
Soul Calibur style.
He pushes the curtain to his side and disappears behind it, and you see
When
that
he
very small, narrow
disappears-
room.
When he disappears, I think Zahl's gonna lean over to Sunshine and be like, "Yeah, so last time I got a book here that like made me very much more dexterous, but also made spells appear on my body.
Oh,
Ooh, where?
what if he has another one of those?
Already got taken off because it.
Oh,
sucked.
damn.
'Cause
Oh,
they,
right.
they glowed anytime I cast them.
Oh, was that when we were on the boat and you
Yeah,
started
that's why.
glowing?
Yeah, that's why I bought the book here.
Here you trade secrets or a discount on goods.
Yes.
After a moment or so of crashing and/or chaos, you do see. Actually, give me a minute here longer. Sorry, I screwed up this inventory.
I imagine Shek coming halfway out and be like,
Josh
"No,"
is
and
like,
then
"Why?"
crawling back in.
He's like, oh, I dropped it. Shit.
Ah!
He's
It's
got like
like-
a tray of plants. It's like, this is what I want.
It's like the Ring moment where it's like crawls out and goes, "Nah, never mind,"
Nah.
crawls back in.
I forgot my keys.
But my keys, my extraterrestrial space.
He's so...
Sorry, it's too many miles.
I also
You're good.
imagine that Shek moves either too slow or does that weird
Like,
jerky
too fast?
move. It's like
Hitter.
just a little too fast where you're like,
Yeah, he moves like
I
he's on fast forward.
100%.
but it's like he's either moving on fast forward or he's moving on like slow by like 1 degree and you're like, stop,
Demi
move
fully hates
normal.
it. Like, every
I
time we
love
come in here,
Shek.
she's like, nope.
Zahl kind of loves Shek though. He's like this little monster. I love him.
This is what could have happened to Salvator.
It still could.
What do you
Looking
mean?
into the wrong...
Mhm.
we found out what an... I think
I know.
Salvatore explained what a Nothic was.
Yeah.
You,
So-
Peach. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just making sure that Demi said it, like, knew it before I say something. So, essentially, Shek at one point was more humanoid, a wizard who went delving into secrets that maybe he shouldn't have. And now he is that.
Also, fun fact, sold Salvatore that jacket, you know, the one with the many eyes on it.
The one
And
that's...
that
My many-eyed
is
jacket.
the one that's watching us through Mordenkainen. So apparently Shek knows Mordenkainen.
Oh, he was tricked into
Or-
selling it. We don't know that.
But he,
We should
Mordenkainen
ask.
was like, my associate.
That is true.
What?
When he told you that he was in there, he was like, you got the jacket from my associate, I'm pretty sure.
He called Shek his associate at one point.
It would make
I
sense for
believe-
Mordenkainen to know wizards that went too deep into secrets.
It's true.
It's his brother, Stephen Kynan.
That's 100% canon, not.
I'm pretty sure Mordenkainen's his last name, isn't it?
Yes.
Hi, this is Mordenkainen. He's the cool brother. I'm Steven.
I also have the same
Lesser-known
last name, but I
brother.
go by this.
Don't call me Mordenkainen. I will be mad at you. I'm the cool teacher. Just call me Steven.
Parents called me Lesser Kynan.
That's
Oh my god.
That's very good.
No.
Thank you.
I was called Lesser Kynan growing up. Always in Mordenkainen's shadow.
Let's open
I
some
don't
of these
even-
secret jars.
I can't
Get
even
outta
say
here.
his real
I wish I
name.
got
Are the
lost.
secrets in there?
He says yes.
We should open one.
So I
Ooh.
I
know
think Shek
that
will
that's a
get
good
mad at me.
idea. I don't know what this... I don't know what he'll do. And
We should find out.
no, we should
Well, maybe-
not.
I mean, Demi, if he attacks us, we could probably kill him.
Maybe.
One of Mordenkainen's associates? No. We would surely be hunted. Isn't that right, Modi?
I'm like, she's very pointedly looking at the jacket, side-eyeing the jacket, like, please.
I also love that this is like a back alley where we're all like already
like,
like crushed
pressing
together.
right
like-
against
A
each other.
building-ish.
It's
Yeah.
like walls in an alley.
It sucks how tight.
it's-
I meant like how tight it was together. How we're all like at weird angles and stuff, and being like, "Yeah, so Morton kind of."
Eventually, you hear a. This is the telltale sound of Shek dragging a box from wherever he's come back towards you, and you hear this little crate, and the back of Shek emerges from the curtain, followed by a box, which he kind of fights up onto the counter and kind of caresses with his fingers and runs his hands down his face. Hello again,
Shek.
Secret
Right, Shek.
Yes, hello.
Yeah,
Shek has trinkets.
great. Love that.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. That's why we're here.
You are here. This is true. Yes.
Those were statements that were just made.
A truth. Very good, very good. Okay, come. And Shek kind of immediately starts handling, and it's constant, like, gross caressing of each object. He picks up this first object, and it's held on the end of these very long claws that extend from his hand is this beautiful brooch that seems to be fastened like some sort of ornate golden and blue beetle. The gemstones are this deep blue color, almost purple, and there is this golden faceting around it. And Shek says, This is protective amulet for Shek, yes. He's good, very strong, very good. And for mechanics purpose, this is the Scarab of Protection. It gives you advantage on saving throws against spells. It has 12 charges. If you fail a saving throw against a necromancy spell or a harmful effect originating from an undead creature, you can use a reaction to expend 1 charge and turn the failed save into a successful one. Scarab crumbles into powder and is destroyed when its charge is expended.
Oh no.
So this is the anti-Salvator.
He can't
button.
have that.
This is good, yes. Also, Shek has, and he doesn't allude to any other functions, but you are familiar with this shop. This is truly vile. And he kind of links a single claw through a chain. And this chain rolls down. It's made of this strange black metallic metal that almost seems to absorb the light around it. And hanging from the end of it is this circular pendant with an open maw that seems to radiate kind of this sickly color. This is the talisman of ultimate evil. Which is pretty horrific. It symbolizes unrepentant evil. A creature that is neither good nor evil in alignment takes 66 necrotic damage on touching the talisman. A good creature takes 8. And either sort of creature takes damage, again, each time it ends its turn holding or carrying this talisman. So very, very tough for folks to use. And Shek is not being hurt by it. If you are an evil cleric or paladin, you can use this talisman as a holy symbol, and you gain +2 bonus to spell attack rolls while you wear or hold it. It also has 6 charges. If you're holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge from the talisman and choose 1 creature you can see on the ground within 120 feet. If your target is good alignment, a flaming fissure opens under it, and the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall into the fissure and be destroyed.
And be destroyed?
Yeah, they just die instantly. To save against death.
The price on this thing is fucking insane.
But only against a good person.
I also,
Only against
Josh,
None of us are worried, right?
I do now have this picture in my mind forever of us buying this, keeping it in the bag, and then the BBUG comes up and we go, here, wear this. And we just put it on. And our whole game is not letting him take it off, so he's just taking massive amounts of damage.
He lifts
Only
Just
good
assuming
people
that it's
take
a
Only
good
good
guy.
people.
Yeah.
He lifts
We
up a
turn him
tincture
good first.
next and kind of turns it.
Yeah.
And
give it to Maven on
rotates
his
it,
Christmas present.
and he rotates this little vial with this clear liquid in it. He says, "This is universal solvent. Very handy. He puts it back down. You all know what universal solvent does.
That's the ungluing thing, right?
That is the
Uh-huh.
ungluing
No one
thing.
knows anything.
Nice.
And the last item he pulls
trust
out
it at
is
all.
I'm curious about cursed
Yeah.
universal solvent.
All
What
of
does
these
that
are
mean?
cursed beyond,
I like how
including the talisman.
evil talisman
Yeah.
is also
The evil
cursed.
talisman is also cursed.
It actually just only affects bad
It's like my
people,
cursed
but it just
bloodstone, but
doesn't-
it like it's
Talisman, yeah.
reversed.
Yeah.
Ultimate good.
He,
It's a talisman,
Talisman of
ultimate.
maligned okayness.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the curse.
It's
on
the
that one.
talisman
But
of-
anyway, he pulls out the final item, which is this jet black obsidian carved steed. And he says, this, and he kind of like runs a finger like he's petting it down the back of it, is a figurine of wondrous power. The Obsidian Steed. And for those of you who don't know, the Obsidian Steed one is basically you can summon a nightmare for up to 24 hours. It fights only to defend itself. Once it's been used, it can't be used again until 5 days have passed. But if you have good alignment, there is a 10% chance it will ignore your orders, including returning them to the horse form. But
wow.
you do get a nightmare out of it that you can control and ride.
Horse.
Salvatore, would you like a
What?
aesthetically fitting steed?
Sure.
I'm just.
Do you have any secrets you're willing to trade for it?
I don't really have many secrets.
So,
I have a lot now.
I will give you prices just outright so we don't have to do Shek's voice a bunch. Let me just make sure these are
Why not?
I know it's so
I-
delightful.
The atmosphere, baby. Give me Shake's voice.
The Scarab of Protection is starting at 90,000 gold pieces. Lost my mouse.
Okay.
The Talisman of Ultimate Evil starts at 300,000 gold pieces. The Universal Solvent is at 20,000 gold pieces. And the figurine for the Nightmare Steed is 45,000 gold pieces.
Is there anything that seems particularly interesting to anyone?
Interesting, yes. Affordable? No.
No. Useful at all?
Perhaps.
Which one are you thinking about?
I'm just in general. All of them have their uses.
That's valid.
I don't particularly need anything, though.
Why?
Shek, how does your dimensional door thing work in the back?
What?
The thing back there.
What?
How does your closet work?
Thank you.
Secrets.
I'll give you a discount if you tell me.
Oh, that's good.
Aren't I cheeky?
It's like looking in a weird funhouse mirror.
No.
No. All right.
Okay.
So, are you guys making any purchases?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I
Good.
can justify the cost of this little
Sorry,
creature.
these were all very, very good.
No, they're all very good. It's just
Very expensive.
I don't think I
Yeah,
need them bad enough to try and afford them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, to drive it down.
Yeah. Also, we got 3 other stores. Maybe that invisible key guy will have another evil talisman.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's great at
And
buying
not
stuff.
know.
Oh yeah, he's really
Yeah.
good at keeping good inventory on his shelves. It's all.
I think
really
last time
useful.
he had like a T-shirt of psychic resistance or something.
Yeah.
Very good.
So Shek will kind of clear the items, just back into the wooden thing, and drag it back into the back as you guys kind of elect not to make a purchase.
Shek, how do the secret jars work?
Nope. He'll pull a secret
Secrets
out of you.
inside. He kind of pulls out a jar like with no label on it and goes, "You wish to try?"
No, I want to open one of the ones that has a cork in it.
No, these are Shek's. This would be stealing.
To be stealing.
People paid with secrets to Shek for Shek.
It's very honorable.
What happens if we steal?
You see like a little bit of drool run down his mouth.
What happens if we steal, Shek? I'm just wondering.
Just kind of narrows his eyes and kind of gazes at you.
What if we just went to the bakery? What if we just...
This big one eye got
Single-
real small
single
for
eye
a
narrows,
hot
yeah.
second. I didn't answer anything. You just looked at me funny.
I think that was a fuck around and find out kind of response.
Salvatore's favorite.
Ah. He is your favorite.
They are my favorite chick.
What if we let
Tell you what, Shek, I'm in one of those odd situations where I don't know a lot of my secrets, so maybe someday I'll be back.
Oh. And you see him like literally licking his lips at what you've shared with him. Like that is information to him.
How much of a discount?
Tasty.
You are disturbing. It's lovely to meet you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope people feed you lots of secrets, you little hungry one-eyeball man. You said something about a bakery?
There's the bakery, yes. Yeah.
Bye, Shaq.
He's like rubbing his face
Bye,
on the
Shaq.
grounds where Sunshine booped him.
Yes. Yes.
Like a cat with an itch they can't get to,
There's
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
bakery that's much nicer than this and also magical.
Ooh.
You're heading to Nanny's bakery?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Go grab a cupcake on our way to the...
So now snow is starting to fall properly to join the already dusting on the ground that was left there this morning as you kind of make your way across. You see folks bundled up in their winter clothing as you make your way across the city towards Nani's Delicatessen, the magical bakery, curious pastries and more. As you arrive, atypically, Nani is there. The small halfling woman with the huge spectacles kind of sitting behind the chair. The dress she's wearing is a different color, but it also extends beyond your line of sight into the back of the store once again.
Oh, shit.
Hello, it is good to see you all, and welcome. Oh, you're back, return customers, yes.
Hello.
Yes. Our friend hasn't been, so we wanted to bring them.
Oh, welcome. Yes.
Love your dress.
Oh, thank you. I made it
The
myself.
magic bread's a scam.
No.
Hello, Nani.
Nani.
I whispered that super quiet.
Okay.
Nani.
How dare you?
What's and more today? As we decide what pastry we'd like.
Let me see. And I have to go to a different list again.
I'm really sorry.
No, you're good. I should have known.
2 more times, Josh.
I put
Are
you
we
in a
going to every
town.
shop? Oh my god.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we?
A town with stores.
A town with store.
I want to see Josh be a ghost.
Humphrey table.
Wait, hold it, save it.
Sorry, you're right. Don't ruin it. Don't bury the lead, Gov. Jesus.
Savor the majesty of that.
Listen to me, damn you. I was like, oh, I'll only need this sheet and this sheet, and then lo and behold.
We went complete opposite direction.
Of course.
And we said, haha.
Guys, let's
who
go to
would've
Seaton.
thunk it?
I got a good feeling about Seaton today.
Ugh.
I see something cool.
It's not the right one.
It looks like it's made out of
What
rubber.
are you doing? Oh my
It
god.
looks like it's made out of
do
rubber.
that.
As you guys
No.
are
I thought you were
going
gonna pick up
around-
Milo.
I did too. Isn't this cool?
As you're jumping around the store, you notice there's a ton of just regular baked goods there, readily available.
Any free samples?
There are a few little free chocolates. Looks to be fudge or something like that. You're welcome to help yourself.
I hate chocolate. Dragonborns have the thing that dogs have.
Oh my gosh.
Will they die if they eat chocolate?
Yeah. And grapes. Can't drink wine.
Can't do it.
Will kill us.
I love that weird fact. Wouldn't that be a time?
Gonna horseshoe that into Josh's world too.
Air conditioning, pinky promises,
Dragonborns
ragamuffins,
die
and
if you feed
no
them grapes.
wine.
Grapes
That's
or
what dragon.
chocolate.
That's what poison is for Dragonborn nobles.
You see
Zahl likes
as
being amused by
grapes.
Nani goes, yes, sorry, found it, and goes around to the back and comes out with this shield that is about as big as she is, made of a very reflective-looking surface.
Oh.
And she brings it over and puts it onto the table and presents you guys with a spell guard shield.
Did we just sell one of those?
You did.
This is the same one.
It's a very different aesthetic to it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Popping up.
I thought it'd be funny. Like
Sold
our
that one
initials are
in-
carved into the back of it.
We sold that one in Greyhawk, I think.
For about
Yes.
25,000, I think.
Yeah,
That was a lot.
the Newt Brothers battle arena.
This one is currently at 10,000 gold pieces.
It was cheaper.
We buy it and sell it at a profit in Grey
Yeah,
Hawk.
totally could flip the shield.
That's exactly what I thought.
This
That was
game
my
is just
first
infinite money.
thought.
We can.
my first thought was buy it and resell it for 20,000 again.
I love it.
Could work.
But if you are not interested in the shield, I apologize. Then there is the regular baked goods. You've got the fate cakes, you've got the surprise cupcake, you've got the shortbread cookies, and you've got the magical bread. And the
fate
regular
cake
bread.
did give me a migraine, so just be careful.
The shortbread is the random table, right?
No, the shortbread is
shortbread
the
makes you
the reduce.
Which one's the random table? I forget.
That's
Surprise cupcakes.
Cupcakes. Yeah, I'm also gonna get cupcake.
I'd
You
like
guys-
a cupcake.
You guys get surprise cupcakes. Okay.
It has surprise in the name. I need it.
Yeah, this is literally the real birthday gift right here. Those come to like 3 gold pieces each. As you grab yourself each a surprise cupcake.
Oh, cupcake.
The shortbread cookies, just so you recall, basically cast reduce on you for an hour, and the fate cakes have different abilities dependent upon the flavor of the cake that you eat.
Like exhaustion. That's a super good flavor.
My
Tired berry
favorite flavor.
pie.
Sorry.
Sleepy berry.
Funny. Yeah, I just got a cupcake.
So you guys each get a cupcake, all of you.
Mhm.
I don't.
Okay, so 6 gold
Sorry,
pieces
Salvator.
total
I've
to
never
get
bought one.
yourself surprise cupcakes. Are you consuming them now? Or are you saving them for later?
I'm
So-
saving mine.
Zal's waiting till he walks out of the store and goes to town on it.
How about you, Sunshine? Are you holding on?
Sunshine
or-
joins Zahl, yeah.
Okay, I love you both.
This mess is
I'm waiting to watch and see what happens, and then I will eat mine.
Yeah, I stand my 21 feet away
Specific.
to get the tamager.
Guys, get you players who eat wild magic surge cupcakes.
That's every day.
Okay. Zahl, as
Yeah.
you go, you begin to shove this cupcake into your mouth
Weirdly enough, a singing fish.
as my
Uh.
table grows.
Again.
We're not the same singing fish.
Hello, my baby. Hello.
It's
hello.
scary.
He's back.
A chest burster pops out.
Oh,
As you
Instant
begin
death.
to consume this, you all watching see as a blue arcane butterfly begins to manifest above his shoulder and kind of flit around his head. And then another one. And then these beautiful posies begin to sprout from his jet black hair in this mane as a flower guardian of beautiful flowers grow out around him and butterflies flit around his head in a 10-foot radius.
Sunshine shoves their
God,
cupcake in their
no.
mouth and starts painting him.
Okay, as you do begin to...
What'd you get?
Oh.
Oh no.
40.
Oh my fucking god, really?
Makes everybody go invisible. So it's
Fireball.
like
Not again.
Immediate
Not
fireball.
again.
it's just
Sunshine.
like you get 1 or 2 pieces of
You're out on the street. You begin to paint, and it's not crazy busy. It's a little colder. People are tending to stay inside, but it's still a busy. It's still a flourishing city. So there's 10-15 people in the general vicinity around you, within about 60 feet,
Uh-huh.
and all of them begin to float into the air. Your party members and yourself included, as you cast fly on everybody within 60 feet.
Oh,
Goodness, this is even more beautiful. Zal, you absolutely angelic being. Just keep painting him.
Zal
This is not uncommon.
reveling in it.
Ah,
He's just floating in the air, just like.
Oh, I love
Rotate
it.
upside down with butterflies swarming around.
Oh, he's like flaying, having all of them like swing around him, and he's swirling with them. He's being as extra as possible.
Demi, while flying,
This
is
is my
like,
new
this
favorite.
will inevitably go wrong, and she eats hers.
Okay.
I'm holding a 21 foot long rope.
Yeah.
I need a longer rope.
I really love it because every time I have Demi do this sort of thing, it always goes wrong.
Yeah, we teleport somewhere.
Yeah, we teleport somewhere. We all freeze in time, flying. Josh, I'm worried. What did you do?
Oh,
what
his
happened?
face.
It
This is
always
bad face.
happens to her.
Parker,
Yeah.
Dispel magic in a
as
60 foot
far as
radius.
you're aware, nothing happens.
Did we see anything?
You
Go
see
back in and
nothing.
complain about it.
As far as
Yeah.
far as I'm aware, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Weird.
You say that at the top of your lungs.
oh no.
Demi, you don't seem to be able to not shout. And I have to decide how long
I hate it here.
A little bit quiet now. A little bit quiet now. Shout. Shout.
Okay.
That's how the song Shout was written in this world.
The effect lasts for 7 hours.
I thought you were going to say days.
No.
Good night!
Sorry, Parker.
Well, I'm done.
Okay.
You legend.
Hey, why are you yelling? You were just mad that I look beautiful.
That's all.
Wow. I didn't even do anything. I just look beautiful.
I can't stop.
Can't stop what? Being angry?
I see.
Oh. Why are you yelling, though? You haven't explained that part. I'm just getting flicked off.
Very loud middle fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
loud.
Debbie, stop talking.
This is probably the best store ever. Parker, you're a legend. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's all good.
Best.
It does happen every single time, though.
Every time there's a wild
Every time
magic
Demi's like, you know what? I'll hang out. I'll do the thing my friends are doing. It always fucks her over. Every
next time, Parker, I will have you roll.
No, it's good.
Just
that won't help me. I roll our teleports.
Yeah.
It won't fucking change anything.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, she's yelling, but she's actually just not going to talk for like 7 hours. She's a bard. She's not going to fucking ruin her voice.
It is a magical effect that could be removed by one of your incredibly talented spellcasting companions or yourself.
I'm sick that day.
Do I have that prep today? Oh, hey! Demi, would you like me to stop that?
Like the saddest nod. She's not saying anything.
Dispel magic. Poof.
Okay.
I actually didn't have that.
On that effect.
Oh, thank God.
You're all better.
What was
Thank
that?
you very much, Sunshine.
Sure
How long
thing.
do I look like this wonderful, wonderful butterflied man?
It lasts for 10 minutes. The fly lasts for the full length of the spell.
Oh,
10
hell
minutes.
yeah.
So 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm a flying butterflied man.
Mhm.
Love
This
that.
is my
you.
life now.
That's enough to do like an impressionist portrait of Zahl. It's like just beautiful, this like fey
You know
celestial
what? You guys
entity.
are putting on a show. Demi has drawn some crowd as she's kind of yelling, and you're floating
Oh,
around.
God.
Somebody walks up, Sunshine, and like looks kind of up at the painting as you're floating there painting. Ah, that's beautiful. How much for it?
Oh, you know, that's very lovely, but it is actually for the subject.
Oh, all
However,
right.
if you are interested
sell
in a
it.
painter,
You can sell it. It's fun. You can sell it.
He's a handsome lad. I'd love to have that on my wall.
how much are you offering?
Oh. Well,
I'll give you 15 gold pieces.
Sure, look it. I don't haggle.
15, baby.
I love whenever we do this wild magic cupcake, somehow we make money.
Yeah, I gotta pay you
That's
back.
true.
The
A
money you spent on
spectacle.
my stupid bit.
It's very good.
All right.
We can't not make a profit when we go in that store.
Yeah.
Yep.
It always comes out. Always
All
come
right.
out on top, my friends. All right.
Always. Come on.
Where to next?
I'll be going to see Humphrey.
Do we want to go to all the stores or?
Doesn't Humphrey always have the same
I'm going to tell you
things?
right now, the invisible key is going to have nothing of value to you guys.
Cool.
Okay. And does
Are we gonna
Humphrey
hit-
have a changing?
Humphrey has the same
inventory?
stuff, doesn't
Cursed
he?
with his inventory.
With his
So he always
inventory.
has the same shit.
I forget what he has though. If I'm being 110.
He has a scroll that I might want to get someday, but not
Yeah.
now.
For contingency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Humphrey Tabor has contingency and the Spear of Warning.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
There's
spear.
nothing that
It
we
just
like.
screams, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a noisy
Fucking
spear.
radical.
Noisy
Someone should
spear.
take that. That's hilarious.
It
but we
is,
can-
however, on the way if you want to stop by.
Say hi.
Your call.
Why is this Humphrey Tabor? Why does he always have the same things?
He's
a
cursed.
ghost.
Oh, cursed to what?
Be dead.
I suppose be a ghost until he's, you know. Actually, maybe we should tell him to hold on to one of those. Right? Because if his curse breaks and his soul goes where it's supposed to.
Might turn into a wraith.
Yeah,
That would be
that's
unfortunate.
a good point.
And I like him. He's nice. Who?
Umak, would you like to meet a ghost?
Yes, that be.
All right.
Another
Where
one.
is he?
As you make your way into the catacombs, on the main street, kind of on your way back to the catacombs, there is this decrepit shop that, well, it's not actually decrepit, it's quite a nice district, it's just old. The door opens in the creepiest, most terrifying way imaginable, and you hear that kind of eerie, cold gust of wind run up your spine as you step into this room, and enter an empty room.
Like a person who loves going to haunted houses, Sunshine's going to absolutely play it up and be like, ooh!
Oh, you're the best. Roll performance for me on it, too, as you do it.
I'm not a performer!
Let's see how convincing you are.
No! Nine!
With advantage,
Ten.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. 10. Well, yeah, 10.
10 is enough. This man wants
Ooh.
to...
He believes it.
You hear this kind of from like behind, like this excited chuckle. Sorry, that's
I don't see him.
Stop it, all of you.
I tried my best. It's hard to do that. And then you guys all watch as like Sunshine, and you feel the presence. This figure like raises from the floor behind you. Who dares enter the home of Humphrey Tabor?
Oh my goodness, you scared me after
Ah,
that.
yes, I am terrifying. Behold my visage.
Hello,
Hi,
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Hi, guys. Do you fear me?
All of us.
Oh my god!
What's up,
going?
buds?
How you doing, bots?
Yes,
Give me a minute.
Give me a second.
Oh, you're absolutely frightening.
nice to see you.
Umak, would you like to... may I shake your hand, sir?
Of course. And it goes straight
They
through.
shake his hand, and then Umak's hand comes out. And this
Oh!
is Umak. He would like to meet you as well.
Oh, hello.
Now,
A
I have two
ghost like
questions
me.
for you.
You have questions
Yes.
for me?
From what I have gathered, you are trapped here somehow to be selling things, and my dear friend is trapped in an even smaller space.
Oh, makes me feel lucky. That's tiny, Umak. Yes, it's very small here. Yes, Umak, I'm so sorry for you.
How you
is
got trapped
sad.
here, that might help me understand, because he is very hush-hush about his lantern, aren't you?
I am a little cagey about it. Not something
joke.
I enjoy
It's like a cage.
speaking
It's like
of.
a
It
joke.
was like-
Yes.
it was like a joke.
So,
Yes. I enjoy the three of us off to one side. Like,
It feels
Salvatore,
like a
you do
joke.
see something, but I'll give you it in a second. Because this is the first time you come in with the ability to see into the ethereal plane.
ooh.
oh.
But we've got important things going on here.
It's just like it's a normal dude.
As Humphrey kind of turns, goes,
Stop it.
I'm not entirely certain. When I was here, many years ago, there was an earthquake of sorts. I was getting on in years. The earthquake is the thing that killed me. I just remember going to bed one night, waking to a shuddering and shaking, and then there was a sharp pain in my chest. Next thing I knew, I was dead.
You had a heart attack during an earthquake?
I mean, that makes sense.
Salvatore,
Huh?
You see a
as
heart attack.
you are looking into the ethereal plane for the first
he
time
scaring
in
on
this
his back?
building, what you see is that the back half of this structure, there is a spike of this jet black obsidian stone that is very similar to the color, not of the throne, but not jet black, this very dark colored stone that makes up the formation of the catacombs that is ruptured through the backside of this structure on the ethereal plane.
What?
The backside of this building, which is reflected on the ethereal plane, is missing in the ethereal, not in the prime material, but on the ethereal, there is a spike of stone that strikes up from the ground in the shape of, or made from the stone that the catacomb appears to be made from. It's very distinct looking material.
Hmm.
And this is the anti-magic rock?
This is the
Like the stuff
anti-magic
from the
rock.
bedrock?
Yeah.
That's new.
What's new?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mr. Tabor,
Yes.
has that always been there?
As long as I've been dead.
I don't know how long that is.
That's 10
Miss-
hundreds of years, I think.
Can you pass through that?
No! Everything else, but I can't go far from it.
Oh.
Ooh,
Ah.
mysterious.
Hmm.
Well, mystery solved.
Oh, no, we came here for a reason, Humphrey. Sorry.
Oh,
Do
yes.
you still have your other 2 items?
Yes, I do.
You might want to hold on to one of those.
But then I'll be stuck here forever.
Not forever, just until we fix. If your soul passes on right now, it doesn't have a great place to go.
Oh, what?
Gods and shit. I don't know how to explain this in decent terms. Just, you know.
Humphrey, my friend, just don't
Yes.
right now. Don't like yet. Like wait, like
Demi, roll persuasion.
Okay. That's
Also
a
sounds
natural 20 for
He
a
seems to
34.
Seems to trust you guys. I mean, I don't really like it here, but I suppose it's better than... There's been people out there, you know?
You've seen them.
Yes,
Wait, what?
Walking through the buildings
Oh.
for months. Watching.
For months.
Months?
More recently, though.
Oh.
Any big
Where do they-
babies?
Recently, a day ago or so.
Ah,
They come
They say anything?
from the west,
They come from the west.
and they go back that way as well.
have you ever heard them like say anything or like do anything weird?
They
Yes,
keep a
is he
distance
like
from me. I
goo
don't
goo
think
gaga?
they like the stone.
Get me the throne.
They like this stone.
They don't.
They don't. Makes sense. So you are tethered to it, but they cannot. So you are dead. And
Yes,
they are not.
I'm very lonely on the ethereal plane. Maybe it's because of it. There are others
So
out
you're like
there.
in 2 different planes then? Because we're seeing you on the prime material.
Yes, I'm on both. You know a lot. Most people come in here and I spook them and they're like, ah, ghost. They do
You did
not
that to me.
know.
You were very impressive.
Oh, if you could see me, I'd be blushing, but I'm translucent. so
Can you use
can't.
magic still?
What?
Can you?
We wanted to come talk to this ghost.
Who? Me?
Where?
Who, what, when, where, and what? No. Can you still use magic?
Could you ever use magic?
I don't know if you could use magic.
I
You
was
should
not
probably
a caster to begin with.
Oh.
Good magical items.
ask.
An
Okay.
artificer.
Stop it.
Didn't make them either.
A rogue?
Collect it.
What were you?
Not everyone has to be something.
What?
Yes.
You're
Some
saying a
people are
lot of
fine for
words. at
normal
me.
life.
Someone's getting mad. Looks like a barbarian.
Some people just
Ah,
like normal
Humphrey
lives.
Tabor smash!
The reason why I asked is because with those people on the other plane, we kind of need to know when they're around. Like if there's like a lot of them one day, like all
Alright.
at once.
Well, I
It's-
can't leave. You're welcome to check in with me.
Look, could you see them?
I've never. I can only see a very short distance, the reach of my hand, I believe.
Oh.
When they come close to you, I see them.
Ooh, can you let me know next time that happens?
I'll try my best. Remind
Might
me.
be too late.
Okay.
That might be too late at that point.
Because mechanically he
Huh?
does not, but, that's good flavor. I like it.
Humphrey. Hey, Humphrey, has there been anything, because you said you've seen them. Have they done anything, like, strange, or, like,
They just come
Not-
and go and watch.
nothing strange? There has to be, like, at least one instance of something strange.
It's like they're scouting.
Is it the same person each time, or is it different people?
Sometimes different. Usually figures with strange blue parts and normal parts.
I'm gonna. Oh God, my voice.
We don't judge.
I'm gonna have. Demi cast Major Image, because she doesn't have Minor Illusion, and just make a little perfect replica of what Scarin looks like, with the hand that
Sure.
Zahl.
Ooh.
talked
Who
and
the fuck
see-
is that?
Have you ever seen
Oh, it's
this
Scarin.
person?
Let me make a roll for
Oh, for everyone, Scarin.
Have I ever seen that person?
You have not.
I ever
Oh,
seen that
interesting.
person?
You have not either, in fact.
This is strange.
That face.
I know.
I'm not sure.
Unforgettable, really. Punchable, honestly.
It's at a distance.
Kind of handsome.
Stop it.
I'm not certain.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's all right. We'll just
Did you ever see that
Cancel it.
appendage?
Should I avoid these people or be afraid?
Shouldn't be
Stand by your
afraid,
stone.
just, like, mess with them.
Kind of floats back and puts his hand on it.
Oh,
Mhm.
perfect.
Yes.
How
Stay
many
tuned.
hundreds of years ago, Humphrey, did this happen? Do you have a date?
My
A date of death.
understanding is they've built a bigger city on top of ours.
Oh.
Oh. So are you familiar with the tale of Simbarat the dragon pre-death, or did that happen after?
Oh, that came in after.
Oh boy.
You're like the worst salesman.
Oh,
Mostly just come to laugh at old Humphrey Tabor.
Not here to laugh.
Oh.
None of us will
If it'll help, we'll buy your last two things. Just hold on to them for now.
Now I'm kind of okay. That sounds wonderful.
That's a
Yeah.
deal?
Yes, deal.
All right. All
He
right.
shakes
makes
Umak's
sense.
hand again.
Oh, bless. Ghost buddies.
Ghost buddies.
Da-na-na-na-na.
So
Da-da-da-da-da.
before...
Ghost buds.
Ghost buddies. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Quite a while ago, anti-magic rock exploded through the bedrock.
But not on the prime material.
Not on the prime material.
Or at least not anymore.
What was the city before Neodraw?
It was a sort of small town. I think the Catacombs district grew from that. But history and time is a little weird for me. I can't go very far.
Well, while you were sitting here just sort of watching everything, did they clear out the stone on this plane?
What do you mean?
Did this stone ever exist where it is over there, in the same place on the prime material?
Oh no, it was just a hill.
Then how did it kill you?
Salvator.
Hmm?
Oh, it's a good question.
It is just maybe
Well-
frame it a little nicer.
Oh.
Well, when I died that one time, my soul went to that plane, so maybe...
Yes,
But it
were you,
affected him
but you were...
No,
on
but
this
I mean,
plane.
what I was going to say was maybe that is a pain in the chest. Maybe the tip of that literally ripped his soul from his chest. It's anti-magic. It's weird bullshit.
Or it's possible that the Reaper of Souls is quite magical and cannot get to him.
Oh, we should...
I'm just saying.
What?
not. We'll talk about it later.
We should at some point get back.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see you all. Please come
See you, bud.
again.
I see.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes.
Take care of yourself.
Well, be safe with those ghost people.
Yes.
We will.
I'm also a ghost.
Oh, keep one of those items, sir.
Will do. I like the spear. It talks to me. Well, screams mostly, but
Oh,
It's
no.
worrying.
I'm very lonely.
Oh, buddy.
He has enemies everywhere, apparently.
every
constantly
time one of those ethereal plane people comes nearby, it goes.
Yeah.
Ah!
I love the idea
Scared of
that it
the
gets
rock.
louder with their proximity, so it's like.
Caught on a
As they walk
merry-go-round.
by.
One of those One of them's like at the door, and he's just like hugging the stone in the back, and it's like ah!
Holding that spear is like listening to NASCAR. Anyways, we leave.
We go to the
Okay.
catacombs.
You head back towards the catacombs. You're able to get in. You're allowed access. Do you just head back to the main room with the throne? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Do we
Like that
see
a lot.
Mavanon?
You could certainly summon for him if you need him to come to you.
I think
Okay.
they'd like to tell him about this.
Perfect.
I was also.
Yeah.
I have a bad idea, but like
Every time.
we
Okay.
fully- most of you say my ideas are bad anyway, so I just
Well,
kind of
then
beat
You
you.
just said I have an idea. We got the
But I have to beat you to the punch by just saying
Outdoor.
we now have a
Hello,
soul.
everybody.
Hello,
I'm
Maverick.
interrupted.
Hello there, Mavanon. Question.
Yes.
If your bedrock were to have exploded on the ethereal plane some several hundred years in the past, do you think that there might be some sort of entrance on the ethereal plane that is not here? And would that be a problem?
I think that our it's possible, I suppose. We have not been attacked from the ethereal plane before in this space. But the nature of this fortress is not exactly clear to us.
Who would it be clear to?
Nobody that I have ever known.
Oh shit!
What?
Who
You're
made
like
it?
you're a guy who knows things.
My
Where do we go now?
ancestors or predecessors carved the fortress into the stone once they found out that it could nullify magic.
Was it always Weejos's thing?
It is more a space we adopted.
Oh.
Why would I have seen a spire of this stone on the ethereal plane in a store nearby?
I do know that this stone exists in some capacity on the ethereal plane.
Ah.
So probably like the same location as this stone.
Yes, that's why I mentioned yesterday when we were speaking that concerns of attacks from the ethereal plane are not the worst to me, especially given that we also have the evidence of them standing and not entering the structure.
They could just
They could have done it
Excavated?
on the ethereal plane if they had.
you could excavate
Are there
stone.
other... True.
It's true.
Are there other planes as well that this fortress is in?
It's quite possible, but I work in the ethereal.
Right. Well,
Is
we're
this
currently
like-
standing inside this stone, so there
Yes.
could be an effort to create an entrance happening.
True.
That is quite
And-
possible.
So, Humphrey Tabor, the ghost that we just spoke to, said that there were the people watching were coming to and from the west.
You saw the baby.
He's seen them.
Also, for
At
months.
least I'm not going senile.
Oh,
Also,
yes, for
For
months.
months.
Is that a concern?
Months.
Well,
Can we
Seems.
ask? There is a detail that doesn't quite make sense to me.
Yes.
The piece of the stone on the ethereal plane that Salvator could see that burst up and killed this man, Humphrey Tabor, who is now a ghost, trapped between the prime material and the ethereal in the afterlife.
Oh, you've been to Siphons and Souls.
Yes.
Sorry about my instrument.
scary.
He said that earthquake never happened on the prime material. So if it only happened on the ethereal, that leads me to believe that it can happen again. And is there anyone who would know how that sort of thing happened in the first place?
I'm not sure. So you're asking an earthquake that occurred?
Why would it occur only on the ethereal, and how would it occur only on the ethereal?
To clarify, the shard of rock was only visible on the ethereal. He said he woke to an earthquake and then felt a sharp pain in his chest.
Oh, I thought that he said
Sorry.
that it never was
That's
there
only
or
if I misexplained,
excavated.
but that's what he was saying.
Gotcha. So it did happen on the material. Okay, it happened on. He got
It was a
stabbed on the
shaking.
material by the rock.
The physical rock was not on. Like, he woke to shaking, didn't see a rock go through him. He felt a sharp pain in his chest, and then
Right.
perished.
That
But
is
the
what they're asking
actual-
about. Why it would only happen on the
Affect-
ethereal?
Why
Why
would it happen on the
wouldn't be
material-
mirrored?
The physical
Yes.
rock only happening on the ethereal is what you're
Why would
Yes,
it happening
that's what
on
they're
the
asking.
ethereal plane affect the
Only.
prime material?
What I can tell you is that from what I've seen of the stones on the ethereal plane, it is not the same as this plane. It's reflected differently in that space. Almost like it's more real there.
Like a sort of wall. I think my theory still stands up that the rock stabbed him,
Mm-hmm.
and it literally ripped his soul out, and that's why his soul is stuck there. Not
Yes, or when he died, his soul went to leave, and because of the anti-magic sort of deal, it couldn't go anywhere.
true.
He could just be stuck.
True.
What does this space look like on the ethereal plane?
It's still that jet black stone, but it's on the surface. It sits almost impacted on the sort of the ethereal plane. Where it bumps up against the prime material plane is a sort of seaboard. It doesn't exactly apply the logic of space as we know it, but the prime material plane exists or rubs up against the ethereal plane in a sort of constant shore against an ethereal sea. The Catacombs itself is a massive piece of broken rock. There are portions of it that are scattered across the ethereal in various locations. Not far from where it hit here, but the body of it is here.
Are you aware of anything that could cut through the rock on the ethereal plane?
Not that I am aware of. Sunshine, as you're contemplating this and asking those questions, make an investigation check for me.
Oh shit!
Dumb. Yeah, 11.
Okay.
Can I take a guess?
Sure.
Do I see Umok
In the current stone.
in the lantern? Or inside the catacombs, is he here?
Inside the catacombs, he goes radio silent every time you enter.
But do I see? Because before I saw like a little ethereal orb floating in that lantern.
So he'll like manifest to present himself to individuals.
Okay.
Oh no, you would from the ethereal plane. Good
Yeah.
point, Sean. I apologize. As you are looking, you do not see him in this space. Sorry, I was the
No,
number
you're
of
good.
planes I've got layered on top of each other here
Yeah,
make
yeah,
this
yeah.
complicated.
You're
Thank you.
good. Sorry, please continue.
You said an 11, Sunshine? Make a wisdom check for me.
It's a 19 plus stuff. 22.
And I will say this could easily tie into wisdom more than investigation. Good lord, sorry, the music change was inaccurate.
What?
you have engaged with 3 cities that all exist with strange, extraplanar rock structures that have impacted the surface of this plane or a encroaching plane. There is a pattern here.
There is a pattern here, and I only know what you explained on the boat, everyone, but no. Keep thinking that it ties to the elves somehow.
A lot of the
Most of
shitty
them-
Maybe they
things
just
we've
utilized it. Sorry?
dealt with. A lot of the shitty things that we've dealt with have actually had some sort of influence via the elves.
Did Sunshine vocalize any of like the 3 cities with weird rocks part, or is that?
Yes. Yes.
Which cities were those again?
Greyhawk,
the Kingdom of
Needledraw.
Shar, and the Catacombs.
We're standing in a meteor.
An
Yes,
ethereal
it
meteor?
whence the meteor.
An ethereal meteor.
Do we think Nox broke something physical when the wheel of death was broken? And that these are all scattered fragments of whatever was broken?
It's
No.
No.
Because didn't he come from the civilization that utilized that gem's power in the first place?
Yes.
So
So
it
it would
can't
have
be
to be there.
that he created this.
But this is
Oh, hello.
only if I understand Humphrey Tabor.
Milo!
Is that a cat?
No.
Oh.
That's Lila.
Mavenon's rubbing up against my legs.
Oh no.
Evan, what are you doing?
Um,
What do
I
you say?
believe... Sorry, go for it.
No, it's okay.
I don't know where I was going. Please.
Are the Kingdom of Shar existed.
The Kingdom of Shards where Nox is from, or the human
Yes.
who broke
The
death
human.
is from.
I'm trying to get
theoretically.
my timeline because I'm trying to remember when the advent of the elves happened. Whether that was like because of Ganoth or before it.
It was after death was broken, because that's why they left.
That's why they left, yeah.
Yeah, they left because, but they were here long before that.
Yeah.
Per
Right.
the history of the Yuan-Ti, the elves were here much earlier.
And we don't know when the Mind Flayers left.
We do not.
We
It-
could go ask them.
We could. I would love to.
Let's fucking do it. Let's go talk to some robots.
I don't even know that exists.
So,
Have we told you about these super cool robots we found?
Oh.
What?
Yes.
Okay. But, I mean, if you're looking for a pattern, it would be the only thing to make sense.
Are there
Yes,
other... Are
No,
there... We
yes.
have access to 2 very large libraries. Is this something we should be looking into on
Sure.
sort of a rocks and meteor impacts making... like, being important in certain civilizations?
Planar upheaval.
The Greyhawk, it's in their history. It's possible that other cities have it as well.
I probably don't want anything written down about it, though. Very secretive group
Greyhawk?
sitting No, the Circle of the Eight that's resting upon that rock. Don't
Yes.
probably want that to be public information.
But the history did say that it was built in a crater,
the
right?
history says the stone was there when they...
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
it
but
was
no one
there.
knows what it does.
They all
Except
just
for the
know that it's weird.
Or if they do, they're not telling anybody.
I was about to say, they didn't build their citadel on it for no reason. They're just not telling people what it
It is possible that other cities are not as secretive, though. Just a thought. We do have access to many libraries.
This
And
is true.
also, you know, the people that own it. I know.
How does Tybalt exist in here if Umok doesn't?
Another good question.
Oh. Oh.
Who's Tybalt?
The ghost in
The
the
ghost in the
ghost.
library.
The ghost in the library
Ah.
that fetches all the stuff.
He probably died in the stone
yeah.
on the ethereal plane.
I was gonna say maybe he also
No.
died in like a rock-related incident when the stuff was being whatever.
It's the day when we just talked to a million ghosts. Can we talk to Tybalt?
You could also do research.
Ghost tales. Woo.
So, you guys are going to head towards the Library of the Catacombs, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Library of the Catacombs.
So now I will say, you've been out shopping all day. It is later in the evening. Do you want to get a night's rest, or do you want to continue the day? How do you want to
Let's
proceed?
rest, and then we can do it in the morning.
We could talk in the morning. We also need to decide what we're doing in the morning. So
True.
where we're going. So,
All right.
Let's
All right.
rest.
All
long
right.
rest.
As you head
Sleep time.
to a long rest,
Long rest, long rest.
you all settle in for the night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sunshine will be visited by a dream. But first, we're going to a break because we are at the 2 hour.
Ooh.
And
Even in
with
the
that, my
catacombs?
friends, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist the tease. But we will be right back. Give us 10 minutes, and then we will head straight into this, okay? So,
Fuck
with
yeah,
that,
dude.
guys, the giveaway is about to open. Exclamation point win will get you entered. Followers get 1 entry, subscribers get 2. If you're going to subscribe to it beforehand, we'll be trying this at the end of the month. It is for a smug full of 100 dice provided by our dear friends at Skull Splitter. Check it out, and we will see you all back here in 10 minutes.
See you in 10! Oh, he looks...
I can see and hear you. Hey!
5? Oh, hey,
Can
guys.
We're there. We're in. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us
Hello.
through the break.
Hello.
Sleepy
Thank you
times
very
now.
much.
When we had left our party, they were settling in for a long rest within the catacombs themselves. The beds having been set up by their
Our
friend
final
Navin
slumber.
on a space to sleep. After spending the day cavorting through Neildra a little bit in the light snow shower. Yeah, that's the word I chose to use. As they kind of did a little bit of shopping, assessed the situation, and considered their next steps. But now they settle in for a night's rest within the chamber with that jet black throne that is a relic of the god Nox. And you all settle in for a night's sleep. As you do so, sunshine sleep takes you as it tends to. You find yourself settling in and dozing off. And then your eyes kind of flutter open. And you're sitting in front of that fire. That very same bonfire that spark fell from the sky and hit all those years ago. The same one, though, where your companions were nestled in the spaces around you sleeping. You are alone as you sit here. And as you gaze into those deep, dark sparks of light, you follow your eye, or you feel your eyes following the kind of line of the flame upwards as sparks and flicks light into the air. And that very same feeling from that night washes over you. And as you follow kind of these sparks, the flames popping and sending little jettisons of sparking ember into the air, your gaze catches the sky. And the same light that had struck the fire that night, you see it sitting directly up in the sky above you, amongst the stars, a pinprick of light. You immediately know it to be Serduir. And as that recognition seeps in, it seems to almost connect. There is this immediate feeling of almost a nod of acknowledgement. And then the stars begin to shift. The campfire and the surroundings fade away from you, and you find yourself sitting in a void staring at that single prick of light. The only other remaining bodies around you are the spray of the stars that are plastered across the sky around it. And as you stare at those, as you stare at that point of light, you see the pinpoints of light begin to merge together. They begin to shift, as if constructing an image for you to see. And you see the lights form, merge together, spread out into a single glowing ball of light. A planetoid shape that sits in a void of space. And the light begins to fade, and you see the surface of some sort of planet. The only other remaining thing in the vision is that one point of light of Serduir. And as the scene is set, more points of light pop into existence next to Serduir, these strong, radiant star points. A second, a third, and a fourth. And you see Serduir. Oh, sorry. Ask away.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. Serduir is identifiable. It's like the 7-pronged purple and silver star.
That's correct.
The other 3, do they have discerning features?
They're all 7-pronged stars, though the light radiating from each one is slightly different. A strange pink light radiates from one, an arcane blue from another, and a undulating, almost black coloring from the last one. And you see this pinpoint, this 7-pointed star of Saraduir, dart around in an erratic pattern, not like a star, but as if moving and shifting. And as it does, the other 3 stars begin to join it, and they move in patterns. And you see one star bounce off and make a circle of this planetoid, and another one vanishes off into the horizon, only to return a few seconds later. And these stars begin to make erratic patterns, dancing and flicking across the space, occasionally touching down upon that planetoid that you see rotating. And you see this go on for a few seconds, as if conveying some sort of instance of time unclear to you. But eventually, one pink print disappears. And where it had returned before, it doesn't come back.
Which color?
That one would be the pink one. Then the blue one, similarly, disappears and does not return. And finally, the black one does. Leaving just Saraduir sitting in this void, sitting above this planetoid. And there's a pause. The time feels infinitesimal, even though you know it's only moments. And then Saraduir's light shifts in the direction that its companions vanished. And you feel yourself drawn with that point of light across time and space and possibly even existence itself, as this pinpoint that has always seemed to have its bearings with it, its path becomes erratic, lost, confused. It bounces through darkness, through spheres of light, through infinitesimal possibilities. And then you feel yourself and the pinpoint that you're watching come to a jarring halt, sitting over another planetoid. And this one, as it begins to rotate, has discernible features across the face. And as it kind of twists through the space around it, you see a long, massive continent that scars one side of it, that hooks down where the sea follows up into the unmistakable shape of the Azure Sea. And this pinpoint stops above it, and you see it gaze down on this planetoid. And there are burning marks. A pink one, a blue one, and a black one sitting upon the surface of the planet. The image goes still.
I think and this is like, it seems like the pink is in the Tillin Vault, the blue is in Greyhawk, and the black is in Neildraw.
They're close approximations, though.
Okay, yeah.
There are liberties being taken with this. Right?
Yeah, okay. So you are the last to come here. Do you think that this will happen to you? And they'll gesture to the fallen 7-pronged stars.
You watch that light. And in classic Saraduir fashion, there is no direct communication. There is imagery and visualization, points of light scattered out, right? And you see as this figure pulls back this pinpoint star, and it shifts, you swear it's got that dragon form for a moment, and it hurtles itself at the surface and is bounced away from it.
They have heard the nautical star stories before, yes? The Greyhawk stars?
Yeah. Let me pull those up, though.
Because Storybrain is doing something that might be completely wrong-headed, but they're thinking about this this tale of the stars making these continual, perpetual rounds, essentially trying to touch onto the Earth, the rock breaking, and then the stars having to leap from the rock again, telling their stories to the fisher, and then going again to drop the coin. This perpetual cycle.
Yes.
And it seems very much like Sisyphus, this unending cycle.
That is correct. A yearly turning of the planet, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And you...
When it...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you first. I'm sorry.
No, ask away.
It seemed like Serdwer did want to join the others, like there was an active attempt. Visually, it seemed like.
It wasn't necessarily an attempt to join them. There's a desperation in the movements. You see as it bounces back from the planet, it darts to the left and to the right, as if closed out from them, as if they are trapped.
The star in motion, Serdwer?
No, the other
Or
pinpoints.
the other ones?
And as you gaze upon the planet, you watch as it sort of shudders, almost dissipating in and out of reality, as lines seem to blur between it and something else beyond it, as if something is wrong with the process that allows existence to continue in this space.
I mean, we know that the wheel of death is broken, but the planet itself... Serdi?
The light kind of turns, shifts in closer to you, and you see that form of the celestial dragon that you've heard articulated to you many times. And it pauses in front of you.
Are you asking me to free them?
There's a tilt of its head, and then a radiant figure manifested next to you, and it's the distinct form of Peach. And then a tall lion figure next to them. And then another humanoid figure with bedraggled wild hair. As different individuals array out, followers of this creature, seemingly, spread almost in, not rank and file, because that would be far too organized, but in a sort of mob.
An array.
Yeah, an array of very varied and diverse individuals. And they look to Peach. And they look back to you. And they kind of tilt their head again.
I need to learn your language.
There is a tilting of its head at the statement of language. As if this conveyance of meaning in such a way is problematic in this space.
Mm-hmm. I think they would try to get onto Surdy's level. They try. I know this is a dream and it may or may not work, but they try to paint something into the air, essentially to create a canvas, and they paint these different figures that they're seeing, pulling the pink, pulling the blue, pulling the black stars from the earth, and they look to Surdur to see if this seems to be something he likes or dislikes.
You watch as you strike out with this brush in your hand, and golden reams of light cast into the space around you as you, with expertise and skill, begin to form these figures, these individuals that you've known. And some of them you've only seen in this instance, some of them you've met multiple times now, as you paint them out on this canvas before you. And Surdur doesn't seem to stop you. This draconic head swoops in next to you, and it tilts to the side. And again to the other side, as if watching, kind of turning its head slightly to the side so it can get a better view for one of its huge golden eyes. And then as you begin to paint... Well, what are the figures you're painting? You said you're painting them like pulling the stones?
Yes, they're... So it's almost cyclical. There's this image... It's a series of images, almost like a... not like cartoon, but it's a series. It's like a triptych. So there are these figures, these followers of Surdur, pulling the other stars from the earth, and then they're throwing them into the sky, and it pans back. There is this... they essentially make a circle. They make a wheel with the two planetoid shapes that they have been shown. And the first image of this is kind of jagged and broken, a wheel cracked. And they start to paint the followers throwing these stars, I don't know, seven-pronged things into space,
whatever is
and
out
this
there.
wheel mending.
Okay. You see as Surdur watches you through this cycle, and the images seem to come and go, the light seeming to paint itself across the space, the canvas in front of you, and hold itself there and begin to fade out, allowing you to paint these almost moving images across the space in front of you. And Surdur seems amused by this process initially, as if it's something that they had not considered. But then it begins to focus on the images that you are creating. You see it bob its head enthusiastically in agreement at the concept of freeing these things from the planet. And it lets you cycle through one of these. But as you get back around to the second one, where they are again attempting to pull the planet, Surdur steps in, and this tail whips around over its kind of shoulder, this glowing translucent radiant thing, and it kind of begins to strike with light into the air. There's far less grace and form. It's as if it's replicating the process that you are doing, something that is foreign and alien to it, as it begins to draw almost these crude stick figures that are attempting to replicate the process that you're doing. And you see as one of these figures, which you think might be Didasco, there are these long spikes of hair. You don't know Didasco, but it's the Leonin figure, like jetting out of its head, and it's got whiskers on its face, although it is very crude. Attempts to drag one of these stones. And it crashes up against something. It's unable to move, as if they have been sent out to begin this task, but something is stopping it from its completion. And it tilts its head and kind of looks beyond your drawing, and then the tail strikes to move. And that broken gate is painted across this tall archway seen on the astral sea with red scars across it.
Okay. This is the one that Peach had seen.
Yes.
Oh.
And I don't remember if Peach shared that context with you, so I apologize, but it paints a gate.
Okay. They have, with their own brush, paint themselves and the party, shoving the gate open.
Bobs its head.
Ow. they
But as you do, it paints this strange, multi-armed creature with a single swirling eye in the center of it, blocking the way.
Okay. They would replicate. I was not there for this session, but Sunshine was there. The images of Nox that were on the cave wall, and place them side by side.
Again, there's a Bob. And they look at that manifestation of Peach. And they kind of point at Peach. And then at Nox. But then there is a shift, as if whatever needed to be done, Peach was sent in a different direction. As if there's another piece to this that has to be completed. And that's when they kind of push their head against you, almost shoving you towards the party that stands before the door.
Serdi, I don't know how to get to this door.
Kind of tilts its head to the side. And just walks a circle around you.
They follow it.
Okay. It kind of plops down, turns to you, and looks up at the sky, glances at the tail that kind of sits, hovering over its shoulder. And then it begins to... How do I articulate this well? Sorry.
You're good.
As
I'm also like, I don't know.
Yeah, as you kind of... It tilts its head to the side, as if attempting to mull it over. As if it doesn't necessarily have the answer to that itself. As if the problem is where they are stuck.
And can Sunshine ascertain that this is the Astral Sea?
Where you are currently standing?
Yeah, that Serdi is showing.
The explanation of the Astral Seas you've had is somewhat different to this. This is almost like a canvas, a space created to convey a meaning to you.
But it's not conveying the Astral Sea?
The door... Well, you don't have that context, I don't... Do you have the context that the door is on the Astral Sea? I do not recall, I apologize. This is the joy of...
I don't think so. Wait...
I tell you what.
Can't remember.
It begins to paint little pinpricks of light and swirling mist around the door itself.
Okay.
And then it glances over its shoulder at this image that is still sitting, this massive orb with the planet or the continent kind of plastered along its edge.
Mm-hmm.
And in the sweep of its hand, you see as this image tilts and overlays itself over the planet.
The swirling orb that is Nox is tilted over the planet?
The Astral Sea image is.
Oh, okay.
And then you see it kind of contemplate and tilt its head from side to side. And then it attempts to convey something that it doesn't understand itself. And it draws a bunch of little stones and swirls mist around it, although it's very crude and rudimentary. and it takes that and turns it over the planet.
Okay. So it's showing... Surdy is attempting to show, like, a planar structure of, like, the prime, and then the ethereal, and then the astral?
Yes.
Okay.
And it kind of almost pats a little bit, as if it's frustrated at that point,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of begins
You're
to shift
valid, I'm
its
sorry.
weight.
I don't... I'm stupid, Surdy. I'm trying already.
It's not
So-
directed at you.
No. So a gateway to you is through the ethereal. And this gate keeping you from that other planet and from this one is on the astral sea.
Sort of bobs its head from side to side. And it darts circumferencing the planet and then out and back in, as if attempting to convey that it is free to go. The planet itself is like a tomb. Nothing can come or go from it,
As of the closed gate.
including its companions. Just like the thousands of souls parked on the astral sea, so too are whatever these creatures are, locked to the prime material plane. How they got there, that's another story. But since this has happened, they cannot be freed.
Sunshine takes out their abjuration hammer, the pink crystal that they got from Ganoth. And they hold it out to Saraduir, this small fragment of what they see as the pink star.
You see as it draws back a little bit, and a single radiant golden tear kind of trails down its cheek.
Oh no!
It hits and falls through the space, and you just see it continue to plummet beneath you into the black void.
I'm sorry.
Kind of bobs its head at you once more.
They'll look back at their painting. So we will find this gate. And Peach will find whatever it is they're looking for. Peach's companions. And we will open it. And that will right the wheel. And free those you've lost.
Kind of nods.
And the gate is where you are, but not.
Kind of stands and walks a circle around the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Stomps on a few of those wispy clouds that are these pinpricks.
Okay.
And then it kind of turns its head and looks into the darkness beyond,
Mm-hmm.
as if staring back at something watching it.
Cool.
And with that, it kind of takes a few steps back. And you see this array of your peers as it begins to fade.
I'll do my best.
Kind of nods. Shifts its weight from foot to foot. And then begins to dissipate. And you feel as that sleep begins to seep in at you again. It overtakes you. And you settle back into whatever sort of rest you dictate you are having.
They dream about their sparkly dragon.
Okay. Eventually, you all wake in the catacombs. It's fairly cold in here in the morning, in the winter, despite being beneath the earth. So you kind of rise.
We are inside of Surdy's friend.
What?
Or family.
I'm sorry.
Good morning.
It's
Sunshine, please, you're having a bad dream. First course of action, find out how these stones are all connected. I have a few ideas.
well, I said that
Only 8:04 in the morning. Can we please?
What
No,
if
but
each one of
Mavadon
them...
bursts through the door. I figured it out!
Yeah.
Nehru!
Oh!
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, that's important.
What?
What were we talking about? The
I feel like I
stones?
interrupted something. Oh,
I
come
was
back.
going to get to some very important hypotheses I was going to form, but I believe your Nero thing should be more important. Go for it.
No.
There's a lot
I
of
literally
things that
burst him
are-
in there for the bit, but honestly, I don't want to get in the way of what
That's
Sunshine
fine.
was doing. At all.
What is actually happening? If someone could explain.
Serdawir and 3 other entities who Serdawir showed me as similar 7-pronged stars, one pink, one blue, and one dark black. Serdawir and these other 3 7-pronged stars came from another place. The pink one hit the earth in the Tillen Vault. The blue one hit the earth in Greyhawk. And the black one hit here. And now they're stuck. Because death is broken?
The
So
The
it was a
I
rock?
imagine they're also some sort of magical dragon or other entity god-like thing. But
right.
right now they're just rocks, and they'll
So
hold up
we
their
s-
hammer
They're
made out
just
of the pink
rocks?
crystal.
So are we standing in a god right now?
Gods became rocks.
Who's standing
I don't
inside a
know how things
space
work.
dragon.
That's kind of cool, honestly.
You brought
And
one space dragon inside another.
They brought 3 space
How do you get a baby dragon?
2 space because they're like also like friends with the space dragon, and part of the
They
space
hold
dragon
the
is how they use
pink
their
one
magic.
next to the obsidian. Are you
So-
going to become a baby now?
Sorry.
I don't understand how any of this works.
It's too early.
But no, okay. So Serdawir like showed you this.
Yes. And he showed me a
Anything
gate,
else?
keeping them from here.
About that.
There are these dark...
Heard about that before.
Oh, I hadn't. It was silvery, and there were these black and red cracks through it.
Oh,
And
big door.
big,
And the big
door,
door that's like
gate.
in the astral plane.
Where Nox is, he's a big eyeball with all these fucking squigglies. They start painting their dream. They essentially
He's
paint
a
what
what?
Serdawir showed us. He looks like this. I don't like it.
It's
they'll
very
paint
akin
what
to the
Serdawir.
avatar creature that you engaged with, actually,
Oh.
over the Kingdom of Shar.
Oh fuck
Oh.
that. Question.
More of an
Uh,
eye where a head should be, and then a body with multiple arms extending.
fuck
So the
that.
10-tailed beast. Gotcha.
Sure.
Adam got it.
Is
Fuck
that
yeah,
a
dude.
Naruto
That
reference?
is so
Yeah.
accurate.
It's fully accurate. I'll send you a picture, Jack.
Okay.
Send Josh a picture because it's exactly what you just described.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know Naruto.
so funny. It's so funny. Does Sunshine, when they draw the gate, do you put the pinprick dots
Mhm.
that were there?
It's in the astral sea.
And what are the dots?
Stars
Okay.
in the astral sea.
Josh, for clarification, when we talked to Peach the other night,
Yeah,
Peach had said they were gathering stones for a door.
they did.
Does it match the number of pinpricks that were on?
The stones being gathered? I do not believe so.
I was just wondering because I was like, is Peach prepping the door?
It does not.
for
Each
us
has
to-
one rock.
Okay, gotcha. Because I remember we talked about like a door that had stones in it, and I didn't know if it was like that was like related.
An
to
access stone.
They have
That's
an
right.
access stone to the Temple of Elemental Evil. Whatever the hell that means.
I could message Peach if you'd like.
Well, I just thought maybe like
Hey,
I
Naruto,
don't know.
don't sue me.
Oh no.
Yeah, the second he said 10 tails, I was like, that is
Uncanny.
on you. That is
Sorry.
a 10-tailed beast.
Look at
Like,
this picture when you described
They're
it.
more appendages than tails, but fuck.
yeah,
Right? Isn't it good?
That's
very funny. But right. Okay, so and then wait, also, Button, do you draw Peach on there? Like, is Peach sketched into there too?
Yeah,
with
fuck
the-
it. Peach, Didasco, the scraggly-haired figure they saw, everybody. Well, it'll like pan out, but the three that they saw in their immediate
It's kind of
vicinity.
it takes a while to paint this, and it's not like the crazy detail that you're
They're
used to,
sketching
Sunshine.
it. They're not. Yeah.
Perfect. But you're a trained artist.
Is that
Definitely
Peach?
Didasco and Peach.
No,
It
is
is
that Peach?
Peach.
Oh.
Yes.
So they were like, they're with you.
Serdawar showed them to me. Serdawar painted with their tail. It was very cute. It was
Oh,
such a
cute.
beautiful effort to communicate.
God.
Still very confused.
I am too.
I want to help Serdawar free their friends, family,
Friends.
compatriots,
All right.
allies.
What?
To
Are
do
they?
so, we have to, I don't
Are
know.
they alive? I know that's insensitive, but
I don't know.
they're rocks. They're rocks that people have been chipping away at to make things.
And one wonders if that would be the case if they were put back in the astral sea. I don't know. Maybe they're different from plane to plane.
Would they be rightfully furious?
Oh.
You know what I'm thinking about though, which is
Mhm.
interesting.
Something
Is
other
that-
than the space rock dragons that crashed Earth and changed history forever? No, what are you
part of
thinking
it.
about?
No, it's part of that, but like, you woke up on the wrong side of the catacomb today.
I don't wake up.
Well, I think that was
He
the
just
point.
rolled
of-
over.
Thank you. You got
Sort
it.
of rose.
Anyway, it's kind of interesting that the Brotherhood would have started where the first. What are we calling them? Astral drag? I don't want to. Bone.
I don't know
drag
if it
rock
is a dragon.
people.
I wonder if
Okay.
it's
One of
always
the
stone.
seven-pronged stars, though, because that is how they were shown to me.
One of
The
the
pink
seven
one.
prongs.
It's
One of the
stone.
seven prongs crashes in the Tillen Vault.
Okay.
The Brotherhood begins using pieces of that
Not the
seven
Brotherhood.
prong.
It was originally Nox.
Yes, but Nox starts using pieces to build an empire, literally using pieces of a god. Correct?
Yes, and then the Circle of the Eight put their citadel in the second one.
I wonder
then
if
the
they
circle
knew.
puts the. They definitely know.
Well,
They knew it was powerful. I don't think they knew it was a space dragon.
They probably know it's a space dragon.
They know who
They
Serdawar is.
probably know it's a space dragon. Let's be real. Every time we brought them something, they go, "Yeah, we know." Like it's not.
Unkind, do you know? You know now. You paying attention? She's just talking to the coat.
She goes, "Oh shit! How'd you guys figure out?"
Salvator.
There we
Huh?
go. You know now?
Something attempts to reach you and fails because you're in the catacombs.
Oh.
Oh no!
He's
And
on
you're
cold
pretty
waiting.
certain that he can't
You
see
have him on
what you guys
hold?
are doing in here.
Oh shit.
Ah.
We're in a dark
So
zone.
no magic works in this building?
It's very, very, very limited.
Tynan, we're going through a tunnel.
You're,
That is a
servicing it.
dragon.
I can tell him nothing.
But
So dull.
but
Yes.
so they built a civilization using pieces of a god,
Yes.
and then I find it interesting that now, years and years and years later, they're literally trying to use pieces of a god, the blood of the scribe.
Miracle?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
To redo what they did the first time, but on like a bigger scale and more of a direct god. Is that not weird to anybody else?
The whole thing
Power
is weird.
corrupts. Makes sense. But
Well, you're a product of the society you were raised in, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we think that Humphrey Tabor was killed by the dragon itself crashing?
I was wondering that.
I'm gonna bet, yeah.
Or
I've
the
got no
attempt of the
idea.
dragon to leave. Oh, this is very sad.
Yes!
We're, like, in a...
Corpse.
Yes.
Yes.
Fully standing in a corpse right now.
Well, we've
We've
done
been
it
Here's
a couple times
Two of
now.
them. Yeah, we've been in inside two of these. It's kind of gross that we've done it
Here's
twice.
the thing. Is it a corpse, or are they unable to communicate in a meaningful way and they're simply dormant here?
I'm going to be honest.
almost
I hope
worse.
it's a corpse, because otherwise they're chipping away at a living thing that cannot tell them to stop.
But we
don't
can
think
save
it
a living thing!
And
Yes,
this
but
one
I don't want to
has
have a living
doors
thing
that-
duct taped to my shoes.
Yes.
And this one also has doors that like can't. They just disappear randomly. So that's real fucked up because that just
They all
makes me
have
think it's now
weird sorts
healing
of-
and then like unhealing,
I don't
which
think
is
that's
fucked
it.
up. I don't understand how
It's actually
magic
the
works.
arteries
So,
and
like...
blood vessels.
Stop.
Ah!
That-
I don't want to know about its valves.
It's his butthole.
It's sphincter. How
Yeah.
dare
That-
you! I
the-
create this beautiful metaphor and you turn it
Yeah.
into an anus.
The wandering
That big-
anus of the catacombs.
It's always a conjuranus.
That big ass,
There's always a
the big ass
conjuration.
loading dock is literally a big ass.
It's a big ass.
A year and a half of working on this. It's a butthole!
Big
No, it is
sphinx.
interesting too, because
Gosh, have you
the
considered
pink,
its butt?
the pink stone also affected the animals
It affected
and-
everything. It
and
was in the
flora and
trees.
stuff. Yes, so I wonder
It's been here
why
the longest.
this one.
It's been here the longest. Oh
This
my
is the
god! Wait a
newest.
minute. I think
No,
I
this
have
is
a
the
good
last
idea.
one.
I think I have a good idea. I think I figured something out.
That's different.
The
I
pink
like
one.
the self. See,
See, this
I like
is
the
why I say
self-confidence.
I have bad ideas.
No,
It's that right
Go
there.
ahead. No, go
Okay.
ahead.
So, think about it this way: the pink one lands, starts terraforming the landscape around it, right? Creates problems. The 8 see this when the second one falls. Just
Well,
let
no,
me
yes,
have
please,
this.
of course.
The 8 then build the citadel on top to contain
give
it
him
so
a
it
moment.
doesn't do that to the land. They're preventing it from affecting the land around it.
You ate this.
Contain it or utilize it?
Yeah, we did eat the
What'd you-
squid. The
We
glowy
did eat
squid.
the squid and yeah.
The glowy squid.
Gods!
But
Damn
also, the
it.
timeline is much more extended than that.
Yeah.
Which I think is what Salvator was getting
This one landed here like a week ago.
at. Comparable
Nah.
to the others, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Listen here. God
So-
damn it.
So
is where I'm staying with this.
okay,
one.
well, all right. So we've stood in 2 dragon corpses. The Brotherhood and Nox are using parts of gods to, you know, fuck stuff up.
Yes, if we knew that, we could solve this whole thing right now.
No, what?
What they're using them for.
Yes, I am very curious. Did you say you knew where Nayrul was?
I've done it!
Yeah, I'm just like,
Great Scott!
Morty!
I would love, you know,
Ah,
all the
Yes.
information that we have.
although, given that revelation, I don't have that many details. I've done
Kinda.
a little convening.
Oh,
Divine
With
intervention,
Mijas?
so to speak.
Well,
oh,
shit.
I don't know exactly where he is, but I was able to ascertain something very unique to Nayrul's existence. You brought up quite accurately the other day that Nayrul exists on the prime material plane, which is problematic per the rules of our existence.
Yes.
He does so by surviving off of a lack of worship.
oh,
The
One of
less
us has
people
worship him.
consider his existence, the more attracted to a space he is. It's why there is no record.
less.
So what if people, like, just started spreading the word like wildfire?
That would probably not be good.
Well,
really
no.
piss him off.
It
he
might
probably
piss
feels-
him off. You could do that.
Wait, oh, okay, but
That's what I
is there
was
a
thinking.
place with like
Good mind.
Yeah.
with
Oh,
like
no.
the least amount of? I think they've had a revelation. Is there a place where he would be the least considered?
Make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, good.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Intelligence, just a check.
You know what? No, make it a history check for me,
On the
Parker.
same
Oh,
wavelength.
that's so much better.
Yeah, I got you.
That's a 27.
Okay. Was that button before I answer?
Oh, I was just thinking out loud. What about a place where a life god is worshipped?
And with that statement, you strike inspiration into Demi's mind, who is considering a bunch of locations across the world. And actually, you know what, Sunshine? Make a history check for me as well. You're a heavily traveled person.
Actually,
Yeah, but history's intelligence.
I know, that's the problem.
I'm dumb.
I wanna give you
But
an
I'm
opportunity.
proficient. Oh,
I would
I'm
say any
dumb,
type
but
of dwarven
16.
civilization would.
Demi is the one who gets this, because it's a bit of a reach. There is a very specific nation north of the Great Kingdoms, north of ID, north of where Dravosi comes from. It is known as the Theocracy of the Pale.
Ooh.
And the Theocracy is a singular, insular worshipping nation. They believe in one single god in a place where there is evidence of hundreds of thousands of them.
I thought they were incels.
They've always
They're
been
monotheists in D&D.
Monotheists in Dungeons and Dragons.
That's pretty great.
They are
Christians.
an entire nation that operates under the jurisdiction of this
I can't
church, which strictly denies the existence of other gods outside of their single god.
I love this
They
place.
worship
This is so crazy in this world.
Iridian, the god of light, resolution, law, order, inflexibility, the sun,
Jesus.
and the moons.
What about trees? How do you
They
prove them?
don't worship trees.
Idiots.
The sun makes them.
They don't even have trees.
The leader, Parker, with that really good
Loves.
roll you got, you've heard
Gotta
their
go to
name.
boats.
Supreme Prelate Ogden Tilt is the leader of the Theocracy of the Pale.
What was it?
The Theocracy
Ogden
of the
Tilt?
Pale Supreme Prelate, Prelate, Ogden Tilt. And I can send you this.
One stroke.
So I asked a question and then I answered it. I know I'm not much for gods, but you know, I at least acknowledge that they exist and they are around and they influence things. There is a place that only believes in one. They're dumb. It's very far north.
And very far east.
All right. let's head
Northeast,
there.
Theocracy of the Pale. They believe in one god. So if you were a god trying to hide from worship, yes, one singular.
Are they dwarven?
Right. Are they?
No.
No.
Not big Moradin believers?
Is it a bunch of humans? It's just a bunch of.
all
The
humans.
population is fairly diverse. You're not certain about the exact makeup.
So,
Josh, is this
but
like
that's a
weird
whole
cult land in this
country.
place?
Yeah.
that's a whole continent,
commune.
right? Like, that's
It's a whole country. Yeah.
The whole
It's-
country that's only one god, so it would still be a country we'd have to search through to find him.
It's a Far Cry game.
It is a Far Cry game. It's Far Cry 4.
That's what I was gonna
what
say.
it
It's
is.
Far Cry 4. Well, I mean,
It is a
How-
small, geopolitically uninfluential nation that is relatively insular. They're not outward hostile or aggressive towards other nations, but they are very arduous and strict in their religious practices in the nation. And it's embedded within their government.
I have an idea.
What?
Don't say it. And he's looking at Salvator. If I was
already
going to
said
hide,
it.
I know you've said it so many times. If I was going to hide in plain sight, and I was a god that didn't want anybody to know that I was a god, where do you put yourself on that scale?
That's what Demi just said.
What?
There.
No, on the top. Like I was.
Oh, you mean
I
it
think
might
it's-
actually
He's hiding
be
out as
leader?
I think he's hiding out
Winston?
as.
Oh.
If a god is on the
Ogden,
prime,
Ogden Tilborn.
is the if a god is hiding on the material plane and exists in a material sense, right?
He's leaving.
Do you think?
That's what I was
Do you think that we could send to him?
You could try.
I was just curious. I know that you all talk to gods. So is
Or
it
painted
possible? Yes. So you talk in a way.
Me?
Try and send a message to
too.
Sudowit. See if
We
it
all
works.
met my mom. We all
Try and
met my
send a
mom.
what now?
Oh,
Surtur's in the Astral Sea.
yes. Try and send a message to them. See
I
if it
don't
works.
think that'll work.
Well,
It's also a different plane.
Also, I don't have
was
sending.
specifically saying prime material plane.
I'd try it. Why not?
What
Not
if I
in
just
here.
tried
Not
to
in
message the leader? It might not work.
we
Are
could
you
Just
just
familiar
ask-
with him?
But don't do it in here.
You can.
But like once we're out of this room,
I am
specifically,
aware that this room does not work.
I'm just trying to remind you. I don't want you to burn through all your magic because you usually get mad when you have to do multiple things like that in a row.
Yes, because it happens a lot.
Yeah.
We could always just teleport there.
Was that you volunteering to do it?
Mavanon, do you have
No.
an item from the strange culty world?
I do not.
Yes, better. Good man.
Maybe the Circle of the Eight does.
I don't think so. They're too busy.
We could go
Let's just
back.
go. Take a chance, make it happen.
Here's the other thing.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. While we've been talking about this, I can't stop thinking about what the Brotherhood would do with these pieces of the 7-star people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what to call them other than that, and I feel like that's
Shards. Call them shards.
I like that actually. Shards, right? So
Thank you.
they
You
built
feel
a
okay?
base. They built a base in one. They can't gain access to the other two,
Yes,
but they're stalking this one.
because of what's inside it.
Yes, you've put something that belongs to them inside of it.
True.
Belongs.
Well, they
Well-
perceive belongs to them. I
What do you know? Who do you work for?
Smoke bomb!
Get that old man!
Just on a wall, just hiding.
I
Oh
can
my
hear the
God.
creaking of his
Oh.
bones.
Oh my god.
Oh, no!
But I wondered if there are people on the ethereal plane over at the other one too.
I become incredibly suspicious of Mabanon
Why?
because I just had an idea.
You don't have to
Sorry.
tell me why.
I will. I'll bring it up in character though. since
What were
it's
you
out of the way.
saying, Adam? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, I just wonder if there's other people on the ethereal plane hiding at the other one too,
You mean in Greyhawk?
with a circle. Yeah, with a circle off.
I think they'd have to be incredibly stupid. I know
seen
that
this.
the Circle of the Eight's busy, but they're not dumb.
But no, I don't mean they would break in. Obviously, I mean that they might just be kind of doing what they're doing here, where they're watching from a distance, because obviously they need these, and they used the pink to. I mean, fuck, we saw it ourselves. Channel whatever that thing was through it to attack us. And they literally changed the color of the things. Like they're using pieces of this.
Mm-hmm.
Am I misremembering that they used pieces of that gem and those technologies to form these keys of destruction?
They used resources at the Kingdom of Shar. You've never
But
seen
not these
anything
crystals.
related to the other two locations. The Kingdom of Shar exists within one of these entities, and they had access to those resources. But also, the blood of Erigel was spilt there.
Gotcha.
There's layers of arcane potency in that location based on a history of events that have cycled outwards. Which could be argued for all of these points, but that is the one that they had control of and access.
Am I remembering that The crystals turned blue
Yes.
with the
With
blood.
the blood of Aragol, they did.
They were pink, and then they turned
And they
blue.
went an orange color when Nox
Orange,
cast an
okay.
When
Avatar
that douche showed up.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And
Was trying to
Let-
remember.
Like a
so they were when they were pink, they were abjurative. When they were blue, it became necrotic. Correct.
Yeah.
And then
But
when
the
it was
eerie
orange,
blue.
what was it?
the eerie blue.
It was the
The
avatar.
Aragol blue.
or the,
yeah.
the god boy.
The magical type was far less ascertainable when it went orange.
When it went orange. Okay. So, Aragol, obviously, necrotic magic, and it was the pink abjurative magic. This stone seems anti-magic in nature. I wonder what magic the Circle of the Eight are sitting upon.
Probably super tight.
What?
Super tight.
But
Do you think we could ask?
We could.
I there's
I'm
no
sure we can.
harm. There's no harm in asking.
but no,
Well, we
I'm
could
saying,
put on a
like,
list with a bunch of other people who are soon to be assassinated.
I'd ask
Maybe.
Crystal. I don't.
But
Yeah,
maybe they're
maybe.
using the pink. I don't know exactly how magic works. Maybe they're using it as like that's its door. That's Nox's doorway to this world, in the sense of we literally saw it pull itself through because Salvator. We watched what happened when you were on the other side, and
No,
we
you were too
watched it
busy getting
grab it.
hit right into the ground.
I got
Pull it
destroyed
up.
immediately.
It
Yes.
pulled the blood up and then immediately pulled itself out of the crystal.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering
Just running
if
with
that's why the Brotherhood needs these crystals, the shards, because they are ways to focus energy of a god through.
If they are some sort of channel or some sort of gate themselves.
Well, it sounds
Exactly.
like those were contaminated.
Yes.
They had worked on those for a while to possibly use them to channel.
But maybe they figured out in that while how to keep using them to channel. Because
Whatever horrible thing that they do or do not do, I suppose we need to figure out what we're going to do about it.
If they're abjurative in nature, they could overcome any sort of seal keeping them from this plane.
Hey Josh, quick question. I just thought about this.
Hi.
The arms and the weird features on the different people, like the eel that we saw, the blue glow of their limbs, does it match the blue crystal?
It matches the coloring of the blood of Aragol where it was spilled. But not the
We knew that?
yeah, you knew that.
Did we know that?
I
Am
think so,
stupid?
because that's where you had your vision about them making Scarin.
Yeah.
You walked into that room in that temple.
but we didn't put two and two together that it was the blood of Aragol, because that hadn't
Yeah.
happened
Well,
yet.
there you go. You put
I
it together.
did.
Okay.
Well, I'm stupid.
No, you're
so-
not. No, you're not. You're not. You're
There's like-
beautiful.
There's like
There's
6
1,000 things you're
different
doing at once.
colors and fucking a million
And we
things.
just
I'm
started running.
sorry.
Anyway.
It's complicated.
No.
I suck.
No,
No, it's
This is
absolutely
on me.
valid. Dude, no, you're absolutely valid. Right. So, I think that they're using those crystals as, like, channeling beacons, essentially. I know you said they've worked on that, but, like, some of that was raw crystal that was just kind of like, I got a god coming out of me now.
Could they pop out of your hammer?
Be unfortunate.
Make fun of them. Say something mean.
You're stupid.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Nothing
Is
happens.
he
Big
mad?
ass-
Okay.
The
Big
hammer's
ass
feeling
eyeballs are
hurt,
like, woo.
but nothing happens.
You said that in your dream, they weren't able to come to this world for whatever reason.
Correct. I believe because the gate is closed, Serdur wants the gate opened, but I don't know precisely where or what the gate is.
Hmm.
Know what it looks like? It looks like this. Paint.
I've seen that.
So
Okay.
it is this gate that kind of sits on the astral sea, and the element that also is kind of important is that Nox is sitting on the other side of it in that portrayal as well.
Big eyeball, lots of tentacles. Tendrils.
So it's something keeping specifically Surdware from reaching here.
Yes, and it
And
is
so-
also, I believe, keeping the souls stuck.
So something or someone closed a big door so that Nox couldn't get out, but it also trapped everyone involved.
Not necessarily true.
Or
Might be
he
that
closed
Nox
it.
closed the door to keep them out.
So do we?
Yes.
Or to keep the souls penned in on purpose. To
We heard it
utilize
referred to as the Vaults of Nox, right?
Right, the halls of Nox.
halls.
I thought we heard about a Vault of
Halls,
Nox.
yeah.
Halls of Nox.
Balls of Nox.
I've probably
There's-
said vault, but it is hall.
At some point, someone somewhere mentioned a Vault of Nox, but maybe I'm just crazy.
That's fair.
It's always possible.
At some point, this happened or not. I love you very much.
Those are the two options.
Chances are low, but
The halls are
zero.
vaulted.
oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
what it is. He's an architect snob.
the vaulted halls of Nox.
I am curious to see if they were aware Surdware would fix the situation and broke it
So they-
specifically to keep them out so that they could
Cool.
utilize what has fallen here. They probably need it for something, as we saw at that temple. They need those crystals for some reason. So, it's in their interest to keep them there, and it's in our interest to see them go.
Why did they abandon the kingdom of Shar?
Because they didn't like what they were doing anymore.
Salvator, because this is your
Oh.
area of study.
I fucking love this shit.
You also
I don't
recently
think-
saw.
Natural one.
You have your portents today?
I didn't roll them.
Do you want me to get them for you?
Sure, I'd love to.
It's,
Just
Is,
in
an-
case.
is any of them not a one?
I'm sure. How many am I doing?
Nice.
6, is that right?
You can just do 3 for Salvatore.
Thanks.
Salvatore's in a room somewhere else. Or is this
18,
the
15, and
throne?
8.
18, 27, no, 29.
Nice.
You've always had pieces of histories. Little bits and pieces of the history of Ghana through language, and very little at that. These sprinklings of cities. The fresco that... Wait, you weren't there for that, were you? You were dead.
I was.
Oh, you were?
Oh, Morton was there.
Morton was there.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have... But didn't they tell you a little bit about that context? The party
I'm
did?
sure they filled me in after I woke up
Yeah.
on the boat.
We've sold it also to a lot of people around. So.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
we're
people-
great
I
at
feel
secret
like
keeping.
at
We've
least
been
you
writing
could've
it
seen
down.
We found out about a secret society, and everyone found out about that secret society.
Welcome to Conundrum
Yeah,
Company.
you've heard the party reiterate that story several times at this point.
We're the gossips of history.
That's fair, Parker, by the way. Welcome to Conundrum Company. So as you're kind of thinking back on this, the frescoes tell of a period of mass expansion and growth for this nation. The footprints that were left that you explored were dregs of a collapsed society warring factions.
Yeah, after they
Make-
destroyed themselves.
Yeah, make a history. You just made a history check for me, right?
I did. I got 29.
You've never placed these before. But the Great Kingdoms are considered a single nation, despite being a disparate force of warring factions that trace a lineage back a very, very long time beyond their own records. A fracturing and a splintering of one cohesive empire into many. It's reflective of that sort of instance in history, if not the legacy of it.
So they essentially went to war with themselves because they're all fighting over power and shit.
Yeah.
And
Because
these
the
keys to
fresco was
destruction
like... Oh,
were-
sorry.
No, you're
Scattered
good.
to the winds in that instance.
But they were said to be the catalyst for that conflict, correct? Okay. Blech. You'll
They
know
went
that
to
now.
war over these items. And the
Okay.
Empire fell apart.
But that's why there's no one left in the Kingdom of Shar. Because they all killed each other. And then they didn't die.
Well, in
and
that
now they're
city, super...
in God's
Well,
lobby.
they
now
migrated
specifically, the Kingdom
Died.
of Shar was abandoned at the instance where Nox slew Aragorn.
Yeah.
Before the collapse of the Empire itself.
But that eventually led to the
It was
ruin
the
of the
beginning
entire...
of that downfall.
Yeah.
Nox's hubris or whatever occurred in those instances killed an entire capital city
That
And
was
let
why
his
they
people
were all
take
like
mine.
missing their eyes, right? It's because it was something to do with the fact that like they had
Abandoned their souls.
abandoned their like the death that had happened there.
No, they forfeited their souls, which is why they lost their eyes. Hence me.
Did they
Yeah,
actually
that's-
forfeit their souls, or did like that whole event actually?
Well, they did something to forfeit their souls or have their
Yeah.
souls forfeited.
Something occurred that caused that instance. Cyan Centennial, I'm glad you like the map. This is a portion of the Darlene map, which was created by Darlene for the Grey Hex setting a long time ago, so I just want to make sure nobody... I'm not taking credit for that. That was not me.
We have a different one.
Yeah, there's another one out there. But Darlene made this map. It's incredible, and you should Google search the Greyhawk Darlene map. It is a masterpiece for this setting. It is one of the best things D&D ever created.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
You good? It's good to credit people where their
Yeah,
work is questioned.
and thanks for asking.
Hell yeah. So we know lots of stuff.
Just not what
What if
we're
they're doing
going
it
to
again?
do next.
Of course we do. We're going north.
What if they're doing it again, though?
What?
They
Why?
probably
What?
are.
Which
Hello?
Or
part?
trying to
Civil War.
With the Great Kingdoms.
Yeah.
over the objects, yes.
Over the
That's
object.
I think
what's happening,
so.
I believe.
But
Yeah.
Do we have we
What?
gotten any reason as to why they have a civil war going on, or is it just that there's a civil war?
In the Great Kingdoms,
Yes.
Mhm.
there is not a civil war. They turned on ID.
Yeah, they all started fighting the
They
place next to them.
unified. Yeah.
Against ID.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys haven't
there isn't
looked
a civil
into
war.
how that conflict is going.
Well, have we gotten any news on why it started? Not how it's going. but
The Great
but
Kingdoms
the-
essentially declared war on the Grand Alliance, which included ID, Kjoland, the Principalities of Ulek, so on and so forth.
But we don't know what
Kingdom
caused
Shock.
like the
Okay.
inciting incident.
Archduke Ferdinand.
But if you start something like this,
Nice.
and
reference.
everybody is very good. If you start something like this, and you need souls to recharge, whatever.
War causes
What?
death. You're not wrong.
What do you mean?
That
what?
one hit a little too close to home for him.
No.
Oh,
Uh,
you do a thing with souls. Don't you?
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
war causes death, but also a distraction.
Yes,
it's-
but by who from what?
Brotherhood.
I'm just saying
Look
they
over
had
here while I
pieces
pick your
in.
pocket.
They were
They
trying
had
to start
players.
war.
They had players in Kjoland's court. They might as well have them other places.
Mhm.
For all accounts, the
Oh,
conflict is going
God, I forgot you were here.
in the favor of the Grand Alliance at this point. ID is holding fairly well.
Because
Good
they're
for
cheating.
them.
But if you think about it this way, wasn't the best person in the past. One thing that you do to distract somebody is make them look one way while your hand's in the pocket taking the money.
Yes, I believe that is probably what's happening.
War's over here, look over here, nobody's paying attention as they try to nab all the
What's
pieces
in
really quick.
EUs?
And what's in
Hmm.
EUs, which we basically know is there for sure. So why not? You know what I mean? Like you get what I'm saying?
Why not just ignore it and go?
Nope, that was the opposite. We're the ones that are seeing through the distraction.
Yes, ignore the distraction and go to yours. Is that what you're saying?
Ears and then further north after that. Well, in the other order, but yes.
All right.
Hmm.
So we're skipping the Festival of the Fowl. Just going there now.
No, we should go to the Festival of the File.
That's in like 3 weeks.
That's in 3 weeks.
3
It
weeks.
is in 3
Yes, we have been here for 2 days.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. The passage of time has no meaning anymore. After everything that just happened, I thought that was gonna take months. It took 3 days, and my life changed completely. So like,
Well, if
I
Salvator
honestly-
makes us teleport to the Theocracy, it might
be
be
there
time
tomorrow.
to go
we can do that today.
by the time we get there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't have it prepared.
No, I was saying that if Salvator makes me do it, we might skip another month.
Accurate.
So who knows?
If you don't want to, Demi, I can. And will. That's the problem, is you know I will.
I know you will, yes.
So,
What are we doing? Are we trying to go north to investigate an entire country where Nerul might be?
Did you want to
very
try us?
insular place.
Here's the thought. What if we went to the Theocracy of the Pale, where you imagine he might be, and then we piss him off and make him come to us by spreading the good word?
Oh, we'll spread it around there. So he has to leave or come kill us.
Come kill us. Hey, we have a scroll for you.
I feel as though I
You've
should
been served.
reiterate that it's the Reaper of Souls. And I know.
Listen,
Salvator,
it can only
we
be
know,
one of us.
Okay,
and
but-
yours is in your hand.
Yeah.
It's so easy to find yours. It's right there.
Yes.
And he reaps them, and you're saying, let's go piss him off?
only
No, to
half
give
of it's
him
in
the
there, I
scroll.
think.
You
I
don't
also
burn
have-
down someone's house hoping, like, oh, can't live here anymore, but I hope you enjoy this mail that I was supposed to bring
The
you.
mail is from Ouijas to say take Aragol's place, though.
Hey.
The entire idea is that he won't live on the material plane anymore when he fills that role.
One other problem with doing that, if
What's
you
that?
don't mind me. It's kind of stated that like they don't like other gods, and there's like
True.
strict rulings built into the government about worshipping other gods. So if we go in there all willy nilly, like, hey, you ever hear about this other god? They're going to kill us.
They're going to try.
They might
Yeah, but if you
succeed.
that's a good point. But if you throw an army against us, I'm not living through that fight. That's what I'm trying to say. And
Teleport
also,
us.
I have
Lack of imagination.
souls. I got 2 souls with me, my own, and then Ashi appears on my shoulder.
Hello.
I have just the one,
Actually, he doesn't.
because it's...
He's really stuck.
Oh.
Josh. Sauce.
What are you doing? What's this?
Idiot.
I believe he was pulling off
What's this?
You're not. Wait, he.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
okay.
feel as though you remember a moment ago where you were like, magic doesn't work here.
Okay.
I'll remind
you know what?
magic
You
does
know
not
what?
work here.
I was being nice to you.
I know you
I
were,
was
but I'm
being nice to
telling
I'm
you,
getting
it
fully
does not
sapped
work
right
here.
Get told.
I'm having a day already.
So,
I just want.
if I might,
Yes, hello?
what is
Thank
your
you.
plan?
Well,
That's a great question.
rushing us a bit. We have an important meeting to get to.
And the hand of Josh reaches through an NPC to interrupt the conversation. Sorry, guys.
Keeping you from something. You're
Like
free to
4
leave.
times already.
I think
3 a.m.
I think we should head north. If
Yeah.
Sunshine, you feel comfortable leaving the chair here now, since we know it's in the corpse of a dragon.
I think as long as we take a piece of the exterior of the catacombs so that we can come back if Mevanon has another scare.
I plan to take a stone on the way out so we can get back.
There's also we can just... Well, I guess it would be
It's a
faster
long
to teleport right
run.
here, yeah, right.
We
I
all
missed
good?
whatever was just said.
We can teleport back here, I think.
Mhm.
It was essentially we could teleport back to the teleportation circle,
Yeah.
but it's a
That's
long
reasonable.
run. That's why
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
we're taking them.
we'll see what happens.
Very good. So you'll spend the night here again?
Do we
Or
need
you heading
to?
out today?
I think we're heading out today, right?
I think we might
We
hit the road.
can.
It was good to see you all, and thank you for doing what you've done thus far.
Of course.
Of course. Thank you for the cots. They were very comfortable.
Of course. Sunshine, I feel that... I am not certain what the context of this is, and he gestures to the catacombs around him, but our intent was not sacrilege in any way.
I never thought it was.
Very good.
There may come a time when perhaps, if this is not a corpse, but a dormant entity, that it may have to leave. Is that something?
Our order exists to assure that people are ushered from one place to another. this person is stuck here against their will, that is not something that I can abide by. That might be a more difficult conversation with the people at Greyhawk, if what you say is really true.
It will be a war.
I hope maybe the best circumstance will just be the dragon waking up and leaving on its own accord, and we just don't, have to fight that battle.
I appreciate you giving us one less battle.
Well, you're doing our work, and for that it is much appreciated. You literally freed my god. So,
And obviously she's speaking to you, because...
Speaking would be... She's being vague and sending portents, but yes.
Bit of the cold shoulder.
I don't have to talk about my relationship with you.
Try buying them flowers. I hear they like that.
Oh my gosh.
Buy flowers.
Buy flowers, sacrifice bird.
Kill bird, yeah. Kill bird. That's Trevosi's.
Travosi.
Gods are strange.
Very well. Well, we are here if you need us, and please, stay safe.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you
Let's
very
do our
much.
thing.
We're all talking about this, but how are we getting there?
Teleporting. I wasn't kidding.
I
You
know.
don't want to, I
but,
will.
Well, no, but we only have like a vague sort of thing to go off of. We don't have anything from there. None of us have ever been there. I essentially just know what I know, like history-wise. So I'm not entirely sure how close we're going to get or what might come along with us.
Or whatever the fuck else might happen.
Yes, and it's frustrating.
Listen, I'll do it then.
I thought you didn't have it
I lied.
prepared.
Oh my god! The
They got dead outside without my teleport. Listen,
Mavanon steps out of in between Demi and Salvator.
this place is holy ground. I don't think we should fight in here.
Would you like to step outside?
Sure.
We also can't teleport in here.
That's what I was referring to. Why? Was there something else you...
No, of course not.
Alright, let's go.
You make your way back through the catacombs towards the
Monday.
main entryway, and eventually step
Next to God's
out into the kind of cold open air. The square has remained completely desolate after the incident earlier today.
Yesterday.
Or yesterday, excuse me. Wow, yeah, yesterday. Time's crazy.
Yeah, we had that whole... The attack, and then we went shopping. And we went to sleep.
Then you went to sleep. There was a dream sequence. Time's crazy, guys.
Someone
but yes,
died, and we brought it back to life.
As
We went
you
for
step
biscuits.
out into the cool air, the snow has kind of settled again. It's about 2 inches, and it's been cleared in most spaces here. You can see your breath in the air. But before you step into... or as you step out the door and prepare, before you even begin to cast this spell, you see all 4 of you looking up, a 3-foot diameter golden sphere descending from the sky in a spinning, rotating pattern.
We should probably get out of here before that explodes.
What in the fuck is happening
Descends
today?
quite rapidly and stops directly in front of Zahl.
Nothing can... What?
Yeah.
And then you hear a voice.
Yeah.
What?
Zahl Krien! Summons to the hearing of Archon Pistis Sophia, ruler of Selenia the Ascetic. Date, Sunday, the 2nd of Sunseb, 591 CF, by the Prime Ethereal Plane, the 4,946,000th cycle by the turn of fate. Zahl Krien, child of Sophia and heir apparent to the Yuan-Ti Empire, you are summoned to the hearing of Pistis Sophia on this date, the 4,946,000th cycle of the turn of fate. If you accept your summons, please affirm by bathing this summons in radiant light. Sincerely, the Celestial Hebdomed, Brachial, Domiel, Erithol, Raziel, Selfiel, Zafkiel, excluding Sophia as the accused.
Is this
Ugh.
today?
Yes.
I haven't even had any coffee, and I don't
Actually,
know
it's the
how
third.
many L's
It says the
there
third,
are.
sorry.
Listen, I've seen quite a bit of summons for courts. Never trust a person with 5 first names.
It repeats it loudly.
Salvator.
Okay.
Titus Salvator.
No, I
Those are
make
the first names.
I make Ashi appear on my shoulder now that we're out, and I'm like, well, not gonna be my first time in court, but apparently I have to go to court.
Oh, fun.
Well,
That was like that place we went to with the king. Those people got stabbed.
Yeah,
Peach fell in a river.
Peach did fall in a river.
Oh no.
Are you guys gonna survive without me for at least a few days?
no, we'll just wait here.
What? What?
Okay.
You don't actually believe him.
I never believe him. I just kind of now agree with it because
Okay.
Incredibly insulting.
were you gonna stay here?
When they drop you
Yes.
off wherever we are?
Bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, excuse me, Herald on high, Golden Man.
It just repeats the message
Herald,
loudly.
we have
Okay.
heard on high.
Okay, excuse me. Hi, Zolkrien. Have a question for you. Can you deliver me back to my friends after the hearing?
Zalcrian summons to the hearing of Archon
I
Princess
think
Sophia,
you
ruler
just
of
have to-
Selenia the Ascetic.
I'll handle
I
this
think you
all.
just have to- No.
These are my kind of people. And I pull out 2 gold pieces and I say, "My good sir,
Yeah, bribe the angel.
my good man, please, if you will."
It's just a rotating metal sphere that's 3 feet in diameter. It keeps rotating.
So I believe maybe you have to go and then just ask
Moles.
your mother to drop you off wherever we are.
Who knows? Maybe I'll come back with my brother.
Who knows?
Oh,
And
goodness.
That'd
I
be weird.
go up to. Is there like a door on this thing, or is it just steady going?
As it's repeating your message, you hear, "If you accept your summons, please affirm by bathing this summons in radiant light."
By bathing this summons in radiant.
Shoot it
is
with
that-
your fucking
Just
light,
shoot
dude.
it.
Oh, I just heal it. I just use my radiant light heal.
As you
On
do,
it.
a series of glass fractures manifest around you in the orb, and then you, Ashi, and the orb
Bye.
break out of existence.
I throw my 2 gold in.
You know what? Make a sleight of hand for me to see if it goes.
Please.
You're gonna get that angel in trouble.
He's the bribe, kill him! 18.
Zal,
Yeah.
you step into a golden field of grain, basked in a suffused light that manifests out around you. There's a warmth. And as you glance around you, this never-ending slope passes beyond you, reaching up into the heavens above you, where, again, this light, there is no sun, there is just a constant light around you. And it continues upwards. You see land masses and shapes along this mountain, as if running off of the shape itself. And you hear a clink-clang as 2 pieces of gold hit the ground next to you.
Oh, cool.
And that, my friends,
You know
is
what?
where we're going to end our episode.
Fuck yeah.
I
Hell
just
yeah.
leaned over
Yeah.
and pick up the gold. That's what I was gonna say.
You got the gold. You've got some extra gold.
Oh, cool. So it's fine.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for playing, guys. That was fun. I appreciate
That was
it.
Thank you.
Thank you for running.
Well, on that note, we're gonna say farewell and do a raid into a D&D related channel. But before we do that, we're gonna do some announcements, some quick ones, really quick. So stick with us. Huge thank you to our partners at Soundtail. Soundtail brings all that phenomenal ambiance to our games. We love them. They've been with us for a long time. They are very good. Excuse me. Check out their product. The link is in chat. Highly recommend it. Parker, over to you.
I'm here to remind you that we're affiliated with Found Familiar Coffee. If you'd like to taste Initiative, you can use the code in chat or the link. We're also affiliated with Crafty Gamers. They do wonderful things like their immersive candles called Aromas of Adventures. Mine is almost gone. I also would be remiss not to tell you that we love Arcane Anthems here. He did all of the themes for our shows, including Conundrum Company's theme. So go check him out on Patreon for some free TTRPG music. Sean.
I would like to thank all of fantastic moderators for the channel for keeping our chat nice and friendly and safe. For anyone new who's coming in here or anyone who's seen the shows before and is just coming back and saying hi, very much appreciate you keeping up with all our announcements. We cannot do the stream without you. You guys help us more than we can ever say or thank you for. And if you'd like to join the team, we have mod applications, like I said at the top of the show. Go ahead and fill those out. We'll be looking over those over the holiday break. So.
All
Yeah,
right.
thanks, guys.
Well, with that, guys, stay with us for Raid, and we will see you next week on the 11th. Guys, we have a guest player joining us. None
What?
other than
Is that-
Art Pleb. Sloan themselves is going to come over and say hi.
I didn't green like this.
Yeah, sorry.
2 shows in 1 week? No,
I know,
not
it's
allowed.
insane.
Sweep.
Okay,
a nightmare.
we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you here tomorrow for
Tomorrow
Yearbook Club.
for every yearbook club.
Your
Hell
book.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.